What's up, y'all? How's everybody doing today? What's up, Corey? How you doing? Hey, Whiskey, Blinded, Dory, how you guys doing today? All right. Looks like we're a little set up over here. Perfect. Check that out. I'm gonna sit like that. I'm gonna have to grab my. Oh. Get a little. Hey, Dwayne. VJ, what's going on? Oh, ow! That kind of hurt my hip. Hey, get comfortable over here. I need to get comfortable over here. I'm freaking out over here, man. You are freaking out, man. You are freaking out, man. How's everybody's how is Hey Melissa, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, how's everybody's Memorial Day weekend hanging in there? Happy Sunday. That's funny. Yeah, no, I'm over here too. It's been raining all week here in New Orleans. That's funny because I was actually just talking to my kiddo about that. Because it was supposed to rain all day. Like literally, we woke up and it was kind of rainy. And I was like, oh, like I wanted to go like do some like mini golf and stuff like that. And I was like, oh well, it's gonna get all rained out. It sucks. And it was supposed to start raining at 10. It was supposed to start raining at noon. It was supposed to start raining at 2. And it was supposed to start raining at 4. And it still hasn't started. So at this point, well, I mean, anybody who's ever lived in Florida or lives in or has ever lived in Florida knows that every single one of y'all out there are qualified to be the weatherman. All you have to do is be able to guess every once in a while what the weather could be, and you can just guess whatever. You're not allowed to guess snow, but outside of that, you're allowed to pretty much guess anything. So you can say rain, sunny. You're probably right. You can probably say both and probably still be right. Finding out Polly's name is not Polynesian sauce shook me to my core. That's funny. That's funny. Which also used to be my favorite sauce at Chick-fil-A until I started progressing. Yeah. Tia, I always need comments to boost the algorithm, but especially when I'm first starting like right now. So absolutely. Yeah, exactly, Melissa. With Trump cutting funding to the weather service, we don't even know when hurricanes are coming, tornadoes come. We don't know nothing. It's actually not Polygon either. Yeah. Now the Polynesian sauce used to be my favorite, and then I went to the honey mustard one, which is really, really good. And then I landed on that sriracha one. That sriracha sauce. is just like the most money sauce ever. It's not even a lie. So, but okay, that's just us progressing as humans, right? We got to grow up a certain point. See, it's worse here because like it's not raining, but we're still getting all of the humidity. It sucks. Oh no, if you haven't tried the sriracha sauce, oh man, it's so good. It's changed your life a little bit good. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta start reconsidering how you made it this far in life, you know? Yeah, I actually went to this local burger spot for lunch and they were closed today. I was really sad about that. So I ended up getting Whataburger. I ended up getting Whataburger. It would be disqualifying even if his opponent was a head of lettuce. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. Sorry, that had to get a laugh. Y'all, as you guys are coming in, first of all, please tap that screen, hit that like button. Let's get this thing started moving. I don't even see my likes over on TikTok even moving. It doesn't even look like they're even moving. I see like one every once in a while. It's just like woo, woo. See, Ari, I told it with 2 secs for Polynesian sauce not to like. I don't like you. Yeah. It's poly time. It's poly time. I wanted to get on like an hour ago, but I couldn't. Matt, thank you so much for the hat and mustache. I appreciate that. Yeah, I wanted to get on like an hour ago, but I didn't get to do that. So we're on now. That's okay. Works better for y'all now. That's good. That's good. Whiskey, thank you so much for the 2 Canadian. I really appreciate that. W's in chat for Whiskey for the 2 Canadian said, "Hey, Polly, love from Canada," or maybe it's Canada, Canada. I guess we'll never know. Okay. I guess we'll never know. Thank you so much, Whiskey. I appreciate that. We'll never know. Could be Canada, could be Canada. Who knows? All right. Also, thank you guys for sending those heart me's over there. It's actually Canadia. Or is that Canadia? See, we still don't know. It could be Canadia. Who knows? I think the J is silent. I think the J is silent. Okay. It's like yogging. Just me with the 11 months being a member, too. Check that out. Holy shit. W's in chat for that. If you'd like to become a member, I'm just warning you, it's pretty fucking awesome. So, just throwing that out there. Just throwing it out there. You can throw it back. You know, we can reel it back in. It's all good. Thank you, just me. I appreciate that. What was I getting? I was going to do something. There it goes. Okay. Exactly, Ryan. You're either, remember, you're just wrong, or it's just wrong. It just feels wrong, you know? I don't even know how many we're up to right now. I guess I could check. My computer's moving kind of slow today. My computer's moving kind of slow today, so it's not really showing me. That's all right. Anywho. Why do people say you can't change anything until he's voted out? What are you guys talking about? What are you guys talking about? Like if we literally like had like Hitler as the president, you guys would be like, oh well, guess we gotta wait 4 years, see what happens. What the hell are you guys talking about? Sorry, had to make sure that my dog was being let back in. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Like guys, if we have a bad president, the founding fathers put in things for us to fight against it. Okay, lots of them actually. All right, you don't just have to live with bad things. Okay, you don't just have to live with bad things. You can do something about it. It's not over yet. Yeah, local elections mean a big thing. Midterm elections mean a lot of things. Yeah, absolutely. Both of those things mean a whole bunch, you know? Yeah, we got a whole bunch of different things. Mm. Oh, God, that's some good water. That's some real good water. But anyhow, I need more tank tops. I need to go shopping. I need more tank tops. I was outside like taking Summer for a walk today, and I was like, man, my arms are way too covered up. I'm not a fan of this whatsoever. Not a fan. What brand of water? Yeah, it's this. It's I mean I can't. I don't exactly know how it's pronounced. Is it top or top? I think it's like TAP. It might be an acronym. I don't know if I remember. Something like that. TAP water. It's really high level stuff. It's really high level stuff. Yeah, doesn't really get much better. It's whew, man. Till you've had it. You don't even you don't even drink water. Okay? Yeah, with top A water. There you go. Top A water. Top A water. You know do you know how much water I drink in a day? Like I drink a lot of water. Okay? So I just have a pure filter at the house. I just drink off the pure filter, you know? Yeah. I just drink off the I just drink off the pure filter. So, mm. Pure doesn't clean the water. I don't need it to clean the water. Okay? I don't need it to clean the water. I just needed to make it taste better. I'll drink straight out of the tap. I don't give a shit. Yeah. I grew up drinking out of a garden hose. I could not care less, dude. I didn't even have a pure filter until my girlfriend moved in. All right. I didn't have that until I just used the one at the fridge, and I changed the filter on that every once in a while. That was about it. I couldn't give a crap. The only water I won't drink is Dasani. All right. I'll drink the tap, but I won't I'm not drinking Dasani, okay? You have to have I don't be trusting. I don't trust Dasani. That's just gross. You know Dasani's gross when you live in like hurricane country. Like you live in hurricane country and like a hurricane's coming through and everybody like stacks up on water, to make sure that they have water and stuff like that. And literally you'll go to the store and literally everything will be sold out. Everything. Like Walmart brand water will be sold out and there'll still be stacks of Dasani. Like no joke. There'll still be stacks of Dasani. I've seen it. And people are like begrudgingly putting it in their cart because they're like, man, I don't know whether I'd rather, die from dehydration because of this hurricane or drink Dasani. Like that's a toss up to a lot of people. Someone said I'd rather drink hot dog water than drink Dasani. Straight up, dude. Straight up. Now, if I'm buying bottled water, I really like Fiji. I really like I'll mess with Smart Water pretty good. Voss is always really good. Those are the three I usually go to: Fiji, Smart, and Voss. Though my kiddo has been getting me to drink Essential. She had me drinking Essential the other day, so Essential's not bad. But yeah, I'll just if I have to drink Dasani, I'll just be thirsty. It's fine. Not a big deal. Yeah. I feel like if I have to drink Dasani, I'll probably just get a beer. I was actually watching this crazy documentary. It was pretty wild. It was this documentary, and it was talking about how water. Forget which years it was. It was around the time that like Anheuser-Busch started and like all sorts of stuff. That like literally beer was more popular than water. And the reason is because people were getting like they didn't have like any type of like purification really for water yet. So people were getting super sick from water, but because beer was fermented, yeah, they weren't getting sick on that, so they were just drinking beer instead of water. Only holy water for me. I can't drink holy water, it burns. Yeah. Last time even if I got it close to me, I started getting burns and stuff like that. I could feel it like heating up. It started like bubbling just getting near me. So yeah, I stopped drinking that. Bourbon is made with water, so is beer. Both of those things are made with water. So I think that they're pretty hydrating. And you can't prove me wrong. And if you can, I'm not listening. So You can't prove me wrong unless you can, and then I'm not listening to you. So yeah, so is coffee. Yeah. Yeah, no, I used to just drink it out of the the fridge too. And then literally it was Ari moved in and she's like, I don't like the way that the water out of your fridge tastes. And so she just went like brought a pure filter in and then we just drink out of the pure filter now. That's it. Big T. Big T, thank you so much for the however 10 hat mustaches, I think it was. Thank you so much. Big W's in chat for Big T. For like, I think it was 10 of them. That's crazy. Thank you so much. What's up? What's up, man? How you doing? And SC, thank you so much to 2R said, who do you support in the California governor's primary? I don't really, I just kind of decided I wasn't making a big like deal with it, to be honest with you, because I don't live in California anymore. And I trust y'all for the most part. Y'all will figure it out. Y'all already kicked Swalwell to the curb. Y'all got it. Okay? I got enough problems here in Florida that I'm dealing with. You know? So, to be completely honest with you. So, yeah, I really don't really have too much of a choice yet. I'm sure I'll get a little at one point I'll pick a side, but yeah, I'm sure at one point I'll pick a side, but I really haven't done. Sorry for disappointing. Thank you so much for the super chat. I do appreciate that. But yeah, I haven't really. Yeah, I'm dealing with big old Ron DeSatan over here. I don't even like calling him Ron DeSatan because I like Satan so much more than I do. What is going on? Let's chat, and you're not in my guest request. Cool. Yeah, I don't like. I like how that guy's like, we're trying and fail is like, let's chat, and then he's not in my guest request box. But anyways. Yeah. See, Satan is so much better than Ron DeSantis. Can you believe Swalwell was on the ticket still? Yeah, I can believe it. Look, it's nobody's job, okay? Like, let's get this straight. It's nobody's job to stop someone from being on a ticket. You know? It's no one's job to stop someone from being on a ticket. It's once you find out that they're shitty, then you're supposed to get rid of them. No one expects anyone to see the future, right? No one expects anybody to have a crystal ball. Just once you learn, that's when you're supposed to change your mind. See, like, I didn't expect anyone to like just know Donald Trump was a piece of shit. It was after it was proven, that's when the expectation comes that you're supposed to get rid of him. You see what I'm saying? Like, no one had to know that Trump was a rapist, but once you found out, then you're supposed to do something about that. See how that works? Anyways, you want to see how dumb MAGA is? I'm going to show you something. Watch this. This is how dumb MAGA is. Hold on. Dude, I got the first one. This person said, I see Paulie has his hearing aids this time. Let's see if it pays off. As if my computer has a giant speaker that is just blaring callers into the fucking room. And I need my hearing aids to be able to hear it as if I don't control the volume. As if that wouldn't cause a massive echo into here. Right? and then turns it around and says, "What's wrong, deaf boy?" Right? As if he's never he's never heard of headphones. This is the level of people I'm dealing with when I'm talking to MAGA. Okay? Is that Tyler is too stupid to recognize fucking headphones. Just thought I'd let you know. Right? Like, first of all, even if I was wearing hearing aids, who the fuck cares? I probably will at some point. I spent a long time, doing things around a lot of very loud equipment. I'll probably need some last time, so who cares even if I did? But the fact that you think that these are hearing aids doesn't even make sense. Like, how would that even work? Just thought I'd throw that out there. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Since I was already here. Tyler got real quiet after that, by the way. Hello, how are you? Hello. All right, nothing heard. Y'all, if you guys still support Trump or you are a Republican, you can join in the guest request box or call in on the number that's above my head, and we can have a conversation. For everyone else, please hit that like button. For over there on the YTs once, and over on the TikTok Tiki Talkies as many times as you can. If you'd like to support the live, also I do have the Hat and Mustaches gift goals going on over here, and I do have super chats, gifts, and pay links in the bio. So thank you guys so much. Why is being hearing impaired an insult? It's not. I'm actually half deaf. I'm surprised I don't have hearing aids yet. To be completely honest with you. I truly don't know how I have them yet. Actually, if you were to ask Ari, she'd probably say I need them right now. I don't hear shit. I don't hear shit, dude. I'm so like I can't hear. Like I don't even. Yeah. You're good, Jess. Thank you for the hat and mustaches. Thank you so much, Mercy. Yeah. Yeah. If I don't have them yet. Like I went to the hearing doctor. I just called it a hearing doctor. What's the name of that? I'm sorry. I just felt so stupid right there. The hearing doctor. What the fuck is it? No, it wasn't. No, audiologist. Audiologist, not ENT, audiologist. I went to the audiologist. And I was like, dude, I can't hear shit, bro. And he like tested my hearing and he found that there's just like certain tones. I'm not bad enough to need hearing aids yet, but you'll see like my hearing's like real good, and then there's just like huge drops in like spots in my hearing, just like certain tones I don't hear at all. I tell Ari all the time that that's the tone that her voice is in, is one of those drops. That's why I don't hear her. She does not believe me. Yeah, I just go, Ari, you must be talking in one of those tones, you know? So that's totally why I wasn't responding, and not because I was, just in my head thinking about just something completely different while she was talking about something. Definitely her fault for talking in a tone. Definitely not mine for not paying attention, right? Hello, how are you?
How you doing?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
How old am I? 44.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
I support Trump.
Why is that?
Um, I don't have a reason not to.
I can
He's done
probably give you
everything
like
he
a
said he
dozen
was
off the
going to
top of my
do.
head without even trying.
Well, I mean, he's done everything he told me he was going to do.
Like in the war with Ukraine and Russia
And
in 24
let
hours, or lower your grocery prices, or lower your gas prices, or any of those?
no, he's kept us safe. He ended the border crisis that was created. Uh, we're enforcing deportations. We are actively denuclearizing Iran, which every president for the last 47 years has said they're going to do, Democratic or not. Kamala
Obama
even
did
said
it.
it when she was running. That would be her number one priority. Obama did it by giving them pallets of cash, giving them
Not
their
true.
money back, releasing sanctions, and the entire time they were enriching uranium. The
So
entire
none of that
time.
is so none of
Trump
that
is
is, well, actually
directly
part of that
having to
is
deal
correct.
with the
So
situation.
let's
Trump
start
is
real quick.
having to
Let's
deal with the
let's let's talk about
situation
that
that
real quick.
Obama created.
Let's talk about that
He
real quick.
put the money,
Sir, sir,
Obama
sir,
put the money
sir,
in Iran's
sir, sir,
pocket.
sir, sir,
Hang on,
sir.
excuse me. Let me say
No,
this.
I'm not interested, sir. I
Obama
was
put the
saying,
money
nope,
in the
sir.
pockets of
Last chance
Iran
before I just mute
that
you. If you want to
funded
act like a child,
everything
I'll
that
start treating you
Hezbollah,
like one.
Hamas.
All right, now you're muted. No one can hear you. Okay. We all heard you the first time, and you circling and talking in circles means absolutely nothing. I give you 3 chances to just try to have a conversation like an adult. All right. So we're gonna try to have a conversation like an adult if you think you can handle it, but that is gonna require you being quiet at a certain point. Okay. Just not just
Yeah.
rambling.
Okay.
All right. Perfect.
When
So
you speak, and then I'll speak.
no, we're gonna have a conversation. You know how that works?
Yeah, I
All
love
right,
having
perfect. Let's
civil
try it.
discourse.
Okay. So, a couple of things you said that were true and some things that you said were false. Pallets of money, not true. Giving them their money back, true. The both of that, see how we go back and forth? Things like releasing sanctions,
Did
true.
we?
Okay. They were nuclearizing the entire time, false. All right. So, it's important to talk about things because what you're doing is you're mixing certain things that are true with certain things that are false. Okay.
Did
They
we not
never enriched
like
uranium.
600?
Hold on, sir. They never enriched uranium past 3% while we were in the JCPOA. So how are they still nuclearizing?
How do we know that they didn't do that?
Because we had inspectors in there.
You're telling me that just under Biden they went from 6% to weapons grade.
No, that was started under Trump and then through Biden. Yeah. It started after we left the
Okay,
JCPOA in what,
okay,
2017?
okay. So Obama gave them the money, released the sanctions, and then therefore they funded their terrorist proxies, which has cost over $5 trillion in costs just in oil exports from that region.
Were they funding their proxies prior to that?
Yes,
Okay, so
and
they
then
were
they have
funding
an
their
increased level
proxies.
of
So
do
they were
that.
funding their proxies. Then Obama allowed them to release sanctions and they were still funding their process. But because of that, they no longer had a nuclear weapon.
They were continuing their nuclear proliferation and at the same
No, they were
time
not.
had increased funding to increase terrorism throughout the
No, they
region.
were not. We are, sir. The
So
JCPOA has
all I want to know
released.
is, do
Sir,
you
no, no, no,
support
no, no.
us?
We're not going to all you. All you want to
All
know
I
is
want to
nope.
know
We're not going to all you want to. All I want to know is we're not doing that. Okay, sir. Sir, what I am saying is the JCPOA released all of their reports. Okay, and all of their reports showed that they were not enriching uranium past 3%. Okay, so see, and this is where the conversation always goes because you guys always say we have to denuclearize Iran, right? We have to denuclearize Iran. All the presidents said they want to denuclearize Iran. Correct. But if you think we're just going to denuclearize Iran without giving up anything in return, then I don't think you understand how world politics goes. And even with Donald Trump right now saying, I mean, the only thing that they're saying right now is that the Strait of Hormuz might start to open up, right? They haven't released any of the things that they actually said they were going to release to actually show what kind of deal they made with Iran. So how do you know that any deal they make with Iran isn't also going to include releasing of sanctions? Because we already know that when JD Vance went over there to negotiate with Iran last time in Pakistan, that they put releasing sanctions on the table.
Did they not tell us in the second rounds of talks before we took out their nuclear facilities that they had enough nuclear fissile material to build 11 bombs? Did they tell us that?
Sir, did you hear what I said?
Did they not tell
Sure,
us
I have
they
I
had
have no
enough
problem to answer that.
nuclear
Sir, we
fissile
know how much
material to
nuclear
produce
material they
11
had.
nuclear
We know
bombs?
how much nuclear material they had. Again, they only had that nuclear material because we pulled out of the JCPOA, because Donald Trump pulled us out of the JCPOA. Now, the question that I asked
Okay,
you
and
was,
and
sir, the question I asked you was, if we know that when JD Vance went to Pakistan to negotiate with Iran, they put the release of sanctions on the table, saying that the Trump administration is more than willing to release sanctions, just like the Obama administration did, in order to denuclearize Iran. So why do you have a problem when Obama did it, but you don't have a problem when the Trump administration is doing it?
denuclearize, as in turn over the nuclear material, stop
That happened
enriching
under the
uranium.
Obama administration.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did. They
They
turned
wouldn't
over
be in the situation
all of their
now.
nuclear material under the
They would
JCPOA.
not be poised. We gave them everything they needed. And as you said, they supposedly did not enrich beyond 3%. Did they ever initiate any type of civil nuclear energy projects the entire time?
Yeah, of course they did. That's what the 3% was for.
Did they ever bring a nuclear facility online with that?
To enrich up to 3%? Yes.
Did they ever bring online nuclear facilities?
Yes, in order to enrich uranium up to the 3% for civilian
Or
use.
or okay, but did they ever use that uranium to bring civil nuclear power online?
For nuclear power, yes, up to 3%. That's why they had the 3%, was to be able to use it for civilian power.
Okay, and that 3% magically just turned into 90%.
Nope, wasn't magical. It was
Just
3%,
it,
3%, 3%, 3%, 3%. Then Donald Trump came in, pulled us out of the JCPOA, and then Iran said, okay, if the United States is no longer going to hold up to their end of the deal, okay, then we are now going to start enriching to a higher percentage. So when Trump pulled us out of the JCPOA in his first term, they started raising their enrichment levels, which got all the way up to 60%, which is still not weapons grade nuclear material, by the way, right? But it got all the way up to where we're at now, where it's at 60%. Before Donald Trump pulled us out of the deal, no 60%. After Donald Trump pulled us out of the deal, 60%. So if Donald Trump had never pulled us out of the deal, the material would never have gotten to 60%.
okay, so Iran all of a sudden decided that they wanted to nuke Israel
It wasn't all of a
when
sudden, it was
Trump pulled us out of
after
the
Donald
JCPOA.
Trump pulled us out of the JCPOA.
For 47 years, have they not chanted death to Israel and death to America and had a nuclear ambition the entire
Have
time?
any time during that have they had a nuclear weapon?
You're telling me that
Have they had a nuclear
you're
weapon?
telling me that under the
Sir, no,
JCPOA
no, no.
and
I'm not telling you anything. Have they ever had a
Under
nuclear
Obama,
weapon?
they just
No, I'm not
decided
answering any
they
questions until
did
you answer
not.
the question. Did they have a
You're
nuclear
telling
weapon?
me that under Obama,
I'm not telling you anything. I'm asking you a question that you're refusing to answer.
under Obama, they just decide. Sorry, state it again. I was trying to speak, but I didn't hear your
No,
question.
I had already asked you a question before you started speaking. Okay. Did at any point during that,
Yeah,
did they have a
I missed
nuclear
that,
weapon?
but no, and they still don't have a nuclear weapon.
Okay.
We
Could
struck
they,
them before they could
were they
produce one.
trying to make a nuclear weapon? And let's be very, very clear that the director of national intelligence for the United States said that they were not trying to make a nuclear weapon. The director of the Anti-Terrorism Center under the Trump administration said that they were not trying to make a nuclear weapon. The intelligence from over 50 allied countries said that they were not trying to make a nuclear weapon.
Okay, and that was verified by how many U.S. sources? Were we allowed in?
The
Was any American source
entire
allowed into
intelligence
Iran?
apparatus, the largest intelligence apparatus on the planet, and the most, I would argue, effective intelligence apparatus on the planet, the United States intelligence apparatus, all verified that they were not trying to do it.
Okay, so they're verifiable and credible when you want them to be. Now, was any
What? Hold
U.S.
on. What the fuck does that mean?
United States was any United States personnel allowed to inspect their nuclear facilities?
Nope.
We
Do
were
you
not.
think? Do you think that the intelligence apparatus of the United States only goes where people allow them to go?
I guarantee you they didn't go into their
No, no,
nuclear
no, no. I didn't
facilities.
ask you that, sir. Do you think that the
Were we were
intelligence
were
apparatus
were
of
were
the United
were we
States only
under
goes where there's
under the
allowed to go? Sir,
JCPOA?
sir, sir, I just asked you a question. Please respond to it. Do you think that the CIA, okay, only goes where other countries
Hmm.
allow them to go?
No, the CIA is a clandestine organization that can only operate in foreign countries.
Perfect. So when the
They
CIA
can't
finds out
operate.
intelligence about
So every
Chinese weapons or Russian surface to air missiles, they're not finding out that information because those countries allowed them to do it. Okay. They're finding out that information despite that other country allowing them to do it. And that same intelligence apparatus is the one that said that Iran wasn't trying to make a nuclear weapon through all the human intelligence
yes,
and signal intelligence and satellite imagery and all the different ways in which we find out information about other countries, they
and
all
we're
got together and said they're not trying to do it.
and Obama's perfect deal that's supposed to be the perfect deal where we gave them like
I
six
didn't say it
hundred
was a
billion
perfect deal.
dollars, a
I
bunch of
didn't say it was a
prisoners,
perfect deal.
we
Hold on,
released
hold
their
on.
money, we
No
released
one said
tanks
it was a
and
perfect
all
deal.
that, all that.
No, no, you're
No,
not going to
no, no.
misrepresent what I
Well,
said.
okay, okay. Well, it's well, well. You said if we left it in place, we'd be fine right now. So
Yes, we would
I
be.
mean, I'm assuming you think very highly of it.
I think that it stopped Iran from getting a nuclear weapon, and
So
I'm
so
very
you
high
think
on
very
Iran,
highly of
and
his deal.
I'm very highly on
Uh,
Iran not
uh,
having a nuclear weapon. Yeah.
okay,
Are you
okay.
not very high on Iran having a nuclear? Like, would you prefer if Iran got a nuclear
Okay,
weapon?
okay, so I'm just
No, no. Would you prefer if Iran had a nuclear weapon?
I'm looking for I'm actually looking forward to Bridge and Power Plant Day
Not, don't care. Would you?
because Iran
I
will
don't care.
never
Would
ever
Are
tell
you
us the
in
truth.
favor of Iran having a
They're
nuclear
religious.
weapon? I'm asking you a question again, sir. I don't know.
I think Iran
Do you not
should not even
understand like
have
how sentences work or
they should
how
not
like
even they
question marks work or any of that stuff? Like I'm very confused because it seems like every single time I ask you a question, you just completely refer to something completely different that we're not even fucking talking about. I'm like, hey, do you want Iran to have a nuclear weapon? You're
they
like, I love Bridge and Power Plant Day. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Where's Tyler at? Where's
they should
Tyler, who
not
was in my
even
chat earlier talking about people needing hearing aids?
they should
All right,
not
Tyler,
even
this is
they
what it's like when somebody actually needs a hearing aid. Okay, we're like literally I have
I'd like
asked
to
this
answer
dude
your
probably a
question.
dozen questions. Like literally, and
I'd like to
every
answer your
single time
question.
I ask him a question,
You
I have to
asked me
listen to
you
him
asked me
just go off on some just tangent about nothing when I get no answer to the question whatsoever. Okay, that's it. All right. I don't understand why this is
I
so difficult.
nuclear
This is like
program.
something we learned in
I don't
kindergarten,
think
sir.
Iran
It's like so easy.
I don't think
Okay, sir. Sir, no
Iran
one
would
can hear
allow
you,
that.
so you can stop talking whenever you like.
Well, if you want to mute me, then mute me. But
Sir, no, I want to have a
I'm answering your question. You
conversation with
asked me
you, but you
if I
won't
thought
allow me
Iran
to
should
actually
have
have
a
a
nuclear
conversation with you,
be
sir.
allowed to have a
Sir,
nuclear weapon.
do you want
And
Iran to have a nuclear weapon? Yes or no?
I don't want them to even
Yes or
have a
no?
civil
Yes
nuclear
or no?
program.
Yes or no?
I don't want them to
I'm
even
not
have
asking if you
a
want them to
civil
have a civil
nuclear
program.
program.
I asked you if you wanted them to have a nuclear weapon.
I
Yes or no?
think they should have I think they should have zero nuclear
Cool. Well,
material or
cool.
even
Hey,
civil
sir.
nuclear power.
Oh, that's cool, man. That's cool. Did you hear the new Justin Bieber
And I
album
can
was out?
and I and I
Sir,
and I
did you
can
hear about the new
justify
Justin Bieber
I
album on how
say
the new
that.
Justin Bieber album is out?
My name is Justin, but I'm not really a
Oh,
Justin
do you like the
Bieber
new Justin
fan.
Bieber album?
I don't know it, but I am kind of a
Oh,
Justin
okay.
Timberlake fan.
Well, I figured, and since we're talking about things that I did not ask and have nothing to do with what the fuck we're talking about, you'd rather talk about something like the Justin Bieber album instead of talking about what we're talking about. Because apparently you can't answer the simple question of, do you want Iran to have a nuclear weapon? Yes or no?
None.
So
No,
the answer is
none.
no,
Not even a
correct?
civil.
Okay,
No, not
perfect.
even a
So
civil
if we
nuclear
have a
program.
deal, I don't want Iran to have a nuclear weapon either, sir. So if there's a
No,
deal
I don't
in
want them to
place,
have a
all
civil
right,
one.
I'll mute you again. That's fine. And so since I don't want Iran to have a nuclear weapon, then yes, I am in favor of deals that stop Iran from getting a nuclear weapon. You apparently want Iran to have a nuclear weapon because you were in favor of us pulling out of the deal, okay? That then once we pulled out of it, got them closer to having a nuclear weapon. That's how that works. If you like the fact that we pulled out of the JCPOA, and so therefore Iran started getting enriching uranium higher, getting it up to 60%. If you're in favor of that, then you appreciate Donald Trump, Donald Trump allowing Iran to get closer to a nuclear weapon. But even then, they still weren't trying to build one. Even then, they still weren't trying to build one, right? So cool. You can be in favor of them not having a civil nuclear program. That's fine, sir. I'm in favor of every person in the United States getting a brand new Bentley. While we're in favor of things that aren't gonna ever fucking happen and are fucking pipe dreams that we shouldn't even think about, okay? I can think about 1,000 different things that I would love. I would love if everybody that was MAGA, all right, went and moved all the way to Russia, since y'all seem to care about them more than you care about us, all right? I'm in favor of that. But see, I don't get that. Okay? We don't always get everything in our little pipe dreams. Okay? The reality of the situation is that when you're making deals with other countries, those deals, okay, require give and take. You have to give something and take something, okay? And
I'd like
Iran
that.
is not just going to give up all of their nuclear weaponry and then all of their civil nuclear program for nothing. They are going to require that they get something back from them. Okay? It's this little thing that fucking apparently Republicans and MAGA have no idea what it is or how to spell it. It's called diplomacy. Okay? It's called diplomacy. If you'd read Art of the Deal from Donald Trump, you'd already know this. All right. And if you think we're going to go in there and take every single ounce of every single nuclear material that they have, take all their civil power away without giving them anything in return, you're wrong. And the only thing that we're going to be able to give them is a release of sanctions. That's it. All right, which is exactly what Obama's deal was. So we're literally going to go back to Obama's deal, except for with billions of dollars spent on war and American troops dead.
They didn't even spend the amount of money that was embezzled in Minnesota on this war so far. Now, let me ask you, since you brought up Russia, I'd like to ask you a question about Russia.
How much money was embezzled in Minnesota?
You said something.
How much money was embezzled in Minnesota, like you said?
Just that we know of, in excess of $20 billion.
Okay, well, guess what? Pete Hegseth undercut the amount we already spent on Iran as a $25 billion. So again, you're wrong. But that's okay.
That's just that we know.
Literally, Donald Trump is already fucking.
That's in one community.
Donald Trump's about to take more than that just from out of U.S. taxpayer dollars. They're literally $1 billion a day war and fucking counting.
MAGA. You mentioned MAGA and moving to Russia. What is the connection between MAGA and Russia? Because as far as I remember, under Biden, we were giving them weapons. Under Trump, we're selling them weapons.
We were giving Russia weapons under Biden. I'd love a source for that, sir.
Yes. We were funding their war.
We were. Oh yeah, no, that'd be great, sir. Can you please give me a source for where we were giving weapons to Russia?
No, we were giving weapons to Ukraine.
Then what does that have to do with what we're talking about, sir? Then what does that have to do with what we're talking about? I said move to Russia. I didn't say move to Ukraine.
Why you said that? Why
sir, do you even hear what you just said? Sir, do you even hear what you just said?
Why did you say?
Sir, did you even hear what you just said? Sir, do you even hear what you just said? I said move to Russia, and you were like, really? Because under Biden, we were giving weapons to Russia. And under Trump, we
We were
started
giving weapons
selling
to
weapons to
Ukraine.
Russia.
Now
Yeah, you guys
we're
started
selling
selling
them.
weapons to Ukraine. That way you would give Russia the
Now
advantage because you care more about Russia than you do about the United States. Okay, that's what I'm actually
we were
referring to.
giving
How you
Ukraine
invited Putin
weapons
over and
under
started
Biden.
saying Russian talking points
Now,
as you invited him to
now
an Air Force
they're
base in
buying.
Alaska
Now
and
they're
rolled out the
buying.
red carpet. Literally had US military troops rolling out the red carpet for a foreign dictator that commits human rights violations, while the Biden administration was trying to fight against dictators that are committing human rights violations. You see the difference? Under the
Okay,
Biden
well,
administration, we stuck
China's
up
our
for things like
largest. Yeah,
democracy. We stuck up for
China is
things like
China. Okay,
sovereignty. We stuck
stop.
up for all of those things.
Listen to
And under
yourself.
Trump, you guys are more like,
Listen to
man, I
yourself.
hope that
Listen
dictators
to
can continue to
yourself.
rule. That's why people
We
like
rolled
JD
out the
Vance are
red
going
carpet
to
for
fucking
Putin.
do stump
Can I ask
speeches
you
for
a
Viktor
question?
Orban,
Can I ask you a
right? That are
question?
literally going over
Can
there
I
to
ask you a
fucking
question?
help dictators continue to fucking rule and people that commit human rights violations to continue to
Can I ask
rule in
you a
their fucking
question?
countries. It is so
Can
fucking
I ask
funny
you a
how
question on air and
totalitarian
have you
this
answer it?
Trump administration is. It's
Can I ask you a
literally
question on
fucking
air and
crazy.
have you
But
answer it?
you don't even know who we gave weapons to. That's the crazy part is you don't even know who
Can I
we
ask
gave
you a
weapons
question?
to. Okay? Like literally you are literally trying to tell us that Biden sent weapons for free to Russia. That's literally what you just
I
said
never
in
said that.
this real world.
I
Oh, we can
said
play it
to
back, sir.
Ukraine.
Don't worry. Check my account in a
We
few
gave
days. There'll be a
Ukraine
video on
weapons
it.
and money
Don't worry, sir. You
under Trump.
100% did,
They
and
are
I will be
paying
more than
for them.
happy to show everybody the clips of it. It will be a
They are
very very
paying for
funny
them
video,
now.
okay?
We
Trust
are not
me.
giving them
It'll be
to
so
them.
much fun. I will have so much fun making it.
We were giving them weapons under Biden. Under Trump, they are buying them. I can't hear you.
Cuz I'm not talking.
Well, I'm watching you, and I mean, like, it seems like you're talking. I wanted to ask you that you said something about us rolling out the red carpet for Putin in Alaska. Did China not roll out the red carpet for Trump? And is China not one of our largest geopolitical foes?
Why should I try to want to be more like China? You want to be more like China too? You can move there instead. But
No, I
no,
didn't say
not
that. I
only
said
did China
China
not roll
rolled
out the
out the
red
red
carpet for
carpet
Donald
for
Trump,
us.
not only did China not roll out the red carpet for Donald Trump, Xi Jinping didn't even show up. Literally, Donald Trump landed and Xi Jinping wasn't even there to meet him. They made him fucking get in a
Oh,
motorcade and fucking drive all the way across the fucking city to meet on waiting Xi Jinping. Not only did they not fucking roll out the red carpet, but the president didn't even waste his time meeting him at his plane. While Donald Trump
answer me this.
rolled out the red
When
carpet for
answer
Putin
this,
and then walked
please,
up to the
please,
fucking plane
please,
and Putin
please,
made him sit
please
there
answer it.
and Putin
Please
literally made
answer
him
a
sit
question
there
B.
and like Putin
I'm
like
going to
was
ask you
like
a question.
watch Donald
Direct
Trump
rebuttal to
literally
yours.
made him watch Donald Trump and Donald Trump had to stand outside Putin's plane like a little bitch, okay, and wait until Big Daddy Vladimir was ready for him to come out. He literally simped for him while literally Xi Jinping didn't even give a shit that fucking Donald Trump was there. He was like, I'll get to that loser whenever I fucking get the chance.
Okay, so I missed the red carpet and all the kids and all that. That must have been something I imagined. But when Obama visited, did they even roll a staircase up for him, or did he exit out the back of the plane where the press does and then get into a car with no red carpet, no ambassadors, no one? So I think there's quite a level of respect there
Do
that was
you
shown to
think the
Trump.
president of the
Definitely
United
over
States
Obama.
jumped out of the back of a 747?
He walked down the press stairs. They didn't even roll out a gantry for him to get
You
off.
have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, do you?
I do. I know exactly what I'm talking about. When
You have
Obama
you
visited China,
literally have no
he
idea
had
what
to
you're
walk
talking
out with
about.
the he had to walk out with the press from Air Force One stairs.
Oh my
There
god,
was
that is
no one
fucking
there.
hilarious.
He landed on an empty tarmac. They were on
Mm-hmm.
an empty tarmac, and he exited with the press pool and got into a car.
Mm-hmm.
That's how much respect they showed Obama.
Mm-hmm. And what was he there for?
Same thing Trump was: relations, trade.
Wrong.
Okay, what was he there for? You educate me.
The G20, I believe.
No,
Yeah,
I
he
don't
wasn't
believe
there to
so.
meet with Xi Jinping. He was there for the G20. Yeah. And that
I
was,
don't know. I think you
yep.
might
And
want to check.
actually shows
You might
right
want to check
here.
on that one.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You might
Yep.
want to
Right
check on.
here. Yep. Right here, where his meeting in 2009 and 2014 were greeted with red carpet ceremony, military guards, and full stair access.
I watched a video, and it's a legit video, and it's not from Fox. It's
Did
from
you not hear what I just said, sir?
MSDNC, where he exited with the press pool off the back of the plane.
Yeah.
We
Did you
have
not
more.
hear what I said?
We
He
have more
wasn't there to
respect
meet with
now.
Xi,
We have
sir.
more respect now, and we have more respect
Oh
now
my
in
God,
this
sir.
world than we
Sir, do
have
you need me to pull
had
up
in the
pictures
last
of it?
100 years.
Do you need me to pull up pictures of it? Is that really what you need me to do? Look at this. Here's the picture of Barack
I'm not
Obama.
talking about the G.
Here's
I'm not
Barack
talking about
Obama
the G
on his
summit.
meeting with
I'm talking about
Xi.
when he
Oh, no, 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 sir,
went
sir,
to
sir, sir.
visit
Shh,
Xi.
shh, shh. Here's the Barack Obama when his meeting with Xi on a red carpet outside of Air Force One, where Xi Jinping met him at the plane. Okay? Met him at the plane with full military ceremonial guard. And they're walking, smiling. Got the picture
Here,
up. Everyone can see
I'm
it.
just looking for the article. I'm looking for the article to send you right here.
Sir, when he came to meet with Xi met him. When he went for the G20, yes, there was some mix up with or some diplomatic relations stuff that was going on. Obama talked about it. He was like, it really wasn't a big deal. But when he was actually there to meet with Xi, like Donald Trump just was, Xi met him at the plane. When he was there for the G20, yeah, there was some mess ups. But when Donald Trump went to go meet with Xi, guess who wasn't there? Xi.
But
Crazy, huh?
I'm pulling it up to show it to
Sir,
you.
sir, send
I'm
what to
pulling
me?
it up to show it to you.
Send what to me, sir?
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show
Sending
you.
what to me, sir?
When he showed up to meet with Xi.
I literally just had it on the screen. I don't need you to send anything to me.
We're talking about two different things.
Yes, sir. I'm talking about the comparison between Barack Obama going to meet with Xi Jinping and Donald Trump going to meet with Xi Jinping. You are trying to bring up something with the G20 summit. You know he went to China 3 times, right?
I'm reading an article right here. Barack Obama
Oh my God.
deliberately
Are you
snubbed by
not, do you not
Chinese and
hear the
chaotic
words that are
arrival
coming out of my
G20.
mouth? Do you not hear the words that are coming out of my mouth?
I'm sorry. You said there was a mix up and a debacle, and that's why he was treated the way
On the
he
time
was.
he didn't go to meet with Xi Jinping. Yes.
And he exited off the back of the plane with a press corps, correct?
Yep. Was he there to meet Xi?
Yep.
No.
Yep.
I already said this like 8 times, dude.
You're okay. You're telling me
He would
that the
go.
leader
What?
of this
You're on
country
your
would
little computer right now, right?
and not
Sir,
meet
sir,
with
you're
them,
on your little
and not
computer right
meet
now,
with
right?
them. No,
Sir,
I'm on my phone. I'm on my
you're on
phone.
your phone. Look, what
I'm
was
talking to you on my tablet.
Obama going to that trip for?
What was he going to that trip for?
Yeah, because I've already said it like 27 times, and apparently you won't listen to me.
Yes, and they snubbed him as hard as they could.
No, what was he there for?
Did they not?
What was he
The
there
G20
for,
summit.
sir? Sir, either you answer the
He was there
question
for
or
the
I'm just
G
hanging up the
Summit.
phone. This is like talking to a fucking child.
G20 Summit.
Oh, he was there for the
G20
G20.
Summit.
So
It's
he
in the
wasn't there
fucking
for a direct
article.
meeting with Xi, correct?
He was there to meet Xi also.
Okay. Look up 2009 and 2014 when he actually went to go meet with Xi.
Yes, and were either of those greetings as good as the one we just got in China?
Much better.
They were much better.
Yep.
Okay, well that's very objective. That's very objective of you.
Well, if the president refuses to meet you there, then I think that's about as low as it gets, isn't it?
Well, I'm pretty sure
She was
that
pretty much like, well, I would go meet him,
like
but I got better things to do,
sure
and
pretty sure that like Trump, I'm pretty sure that like Trump, there's probably good amounts of security around him also.
yeah, literally no one cares, sir. Donald Trump's a joke, and nobody gives a shit. Okay, he's laughed at the world stage. Okay, he's laughed at the world stage. That's why countries even like fucking sir, stop talking.
Man,
All right, I'm just gonna shut you up. Literally, I'm tired of hearing you talk, and I'm literally getting exhausted having to repeat myself 97 times. Okay, literally, that's the reason why Iran laughs at him in Pakistan. Okay, that's the reason why Netanyahu just completely fucking ignores him as a fucking joke. Okay, this is the exact same reason. Literally, nobody gives a shit. Okay, about Donald Trump anywhere. That he's a joke. He's weak. He's falling apart. His skin is falling off his fucking hands. Okay. No, he is not impressing anyone, and he's a fucking joke. And that's why he came back from China with absolutely nothing. He got absolutely nothing from Xi Jinping because Xi Jinping doesn't give a shit about him. Okay, he would rather finish his fucking his lunch than go meet with the president of Trump. Just fucking full disrespect. Okay, that's all it was. But anyways, I'm tired of talking to you because you're annoying. All right. Oh, he left anyway. Oh my god, dude. I really don't mind having conversations with people, but when you just have to repeat yourself over and over and over and over and over. Jesus Christ, man. Like, literally, did we never learn how to have a conversation when we were a child? Did we not have parents that taught us that? Just have a conversation like a normal fucking person. Just have a normal conversation. We can get so much further if we can just have a normal conversation. Anyways, if you guys support Donald Trump or still Republican, you can call on the number on my screen or join the multi-guest request button. Hit the multi-guest request button. Either way, thank you guys so much for everybody who sent the hard mustaches. Guys, if you'd like to support the live, I do have about 7 more hat and mustaches trying to clear off that live gift goal. Also, I have super chats, which I'd love to put on the screen. And I have a live goal of, if we could get a few of those, that would really make the live a whole lot better so I can throw them up. I just had to deal with whoever the fuck that was for the whole time. So if you guys would like support, I'd really, really appreciate it. It would really make dealing with people like that a little bit easier. And help me to get towards my live gift goal and to help me with my little camera fund that I have going on. Whoever said cool shirt, thank you so much. I got it at her show. Not too long ago. What was it? Only like 2 weeks ago? It was like 2 weeks ago, I think, something like that. Anyways, I'm learning all sorts of stuff today. Apparently, we gave weapons to Russia, so I'm learning so much about the history of our country. First of all, Crow, not 80% of my shirts are band related. It's about 50% band related, about 30% breweries, and then about 20% everything else. Okay? So get it straight. So get it straight. And then I have my I Want to Be Pretty shirts too. All right. Hats are not 100. This isn't a sports hat. Ah! This is my fuck cancer hat. Yeah, this is my fuck cancer hat. Which is more, 1.7 billion or 25 billion? That's a great question. I don't know. I I must have failed math class because I don't know. I guess we'll never find out, right? I guess we'll never find out. Oh my goodness. I guess we'll never find out. It's one of the mysteries of life, you know? Tara, thank you so much for the $25 over on Venmo for a little something for your camera fund. I really, really appreciate that. That really means a lot to me. I'm getting closer to getting there. I'm getting closer to getting there. I'm gonna get that damn camera. Okay? I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get the camera, then I just gotta make sure I can actually go someplace and use it. You know, if you guys are out there, first of all, again, if you guys have not subscribed to my podcast yet, please do that. First episode will be June 5th. And interviews have already been going great. We have a couple more people that are coming. Can we get big W's in the chat for Tara for that $25 over on Venmo? Please, please, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Huge W's in the chat for Tara for that. Thank you so much. Yep, first podcast will be on June 5th, so make sure you're following that. It's the Polypolitics podcast on Apple Music, on Spotify, on iHeart, on everywhere. Okay? Janelle, thank you so much. I appreciate that. So make sure you guys are subscribed to that. That way you guys catch that first episode. Really appreciate that. Also, if you're seeing my videos come across your suggested feed, no matter where you're at, posted a new video on TikTok today. I posted a new video the last 3 days on YouTube, a long form video. So if you guys are doing your chores or anything like that, go watch the video, put it on the background. It really does go a long way and helps out a whole shit ton when you guys do that. So that would really, really mean a lot to me if you guys would watch those. It'd be very, very sweet of you. It would really, yeah, heart, and I think you should hit that like on those videos too. Watch the whole thing, then hit the likes. Okay, watch the whole thing and then hit the like. Don't do it the other way around. All right, you can listen while you work, or you can listen while you twerk. All right, both of those are acceptable, just as long as you're listening. Yeah, you can listen while you work, or you can listen while you twerk. I always listen while I twerk. That's what I do. Helper, thank you so much for the Go Trophy. I appreciate that. Why is it not letting me pull up my multi-guest thing? Yeah, listening while you're twerking is so much better. That's what I do in my house. All right. Dun 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 dun. Whistle while you twerk. Dun 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 dun. Oh my goodness. If you'd like to donate money to my camera fund, the best way to do it is through Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. They're all at Polypolitics. Just like my name on here, POLYPOLITICS. Those are the best ways. So I really appreciate y'all in that so much. Listen while you cook. Not quite as good as while you twerk, but it works. All right. Not quite as good as while you twerk, but so thank you guys so much for clearing out that hat and mustache goal. I really appreciate that. We might have to get off and come back on later. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not doing that. We're gonna hang out for a second. I don't want to get back on later. We're having some rough times over here. Got numbers super suppressed over here on YouTube. It's for the last couple months. I've had numbers super suppressed over here. I don't know why. I've seen a lot of creators that are saying that same thing. But so I'm not tripping too bad. So as long as you guys are here, I really appreciate you guys. But yeah, numbers have just been super low. Yeah, I think I got a little live shadow or something like that. My videos still tend to be doing okay, but for some reason my live is just crashed out. Ari had this problem a couple months ago, and now hers is coming back up a bit, and mine's kind of staying low. So I'm hoping it pops back up in a bit. So it's all good. We're gonna make it through. I've been through shadow bans before. I've been through it all. All right. I've literally been through it all. So we're going to make it through, hopefully. Yeah, TikTok was a little better last night, but YouTube was still has still been very, very low. I don't know why. It started like 2 months ago, and it just got like really, really low, and then it just went lower and lower and lower, and I'm like, oh my goodness, how long are we gonna keep doing this for? And so I'm hoping it picks back up. I'm hoping. We'll see though. Who knows? Hello, how are you?
How you doing, boss?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
21.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
That Epstein shit took me out for it, but I did support him before Epstein almost 100%. That's the one thing. I can't get behind that, but you know what I'm saying?
No, I don't. He was already adjudicated of sexual assault before that, so I don't know.
I mean, I liked him, but the whole child, I'll say, okay, fine, fuck it. I still support him because I'm not going to vote for Kamala Harris or anybody like that. Fine, yes.
So you'd rather vote for somebody who literally sexually assaulted somebody
Absolutely.
and is best friends with Epstein than Kamala Harris?
Yes.
That's weird.
All right, well, that's what I'm here to debate on anyway.
I'm just saying it's weird. You don't hear that and make that. You don't hear that and go like, that sounds weird.
What about Bill Clinton?
What about him?
What about him? He was fucking his wife. Hold on a second. He had the first weird fucking sexual thing with that lady, Monica Lewinsky. He was also on the Epstein files. He was also friends with Jeffrey Epstein. And then his wife ran in 2016.
I don't give a fuck about Bill Clinton. Fuck Bill Clinton. I couldn't give a shit.
Trump.
I couldn't give a fuck about Bill Clinton. Fuck Bill Clinton.
Okay, great. Fuck Bill Clinton.
But you see how easy that is for me, sir? I have zero problem. Oh, so someone was like, see, Bill Clinton mentioned in the Epstein files, I think once, twice. No, and I'm like, sir, and I'm like, fuck Bill Clinton. See, that easy. Once or twice. Fuck Bill Clinton. What's Donald Trump sitting at? 100,000
mentions in the files? Yeah, it's like more than Jesus is mentioned in the fucking Bible or whatever.
Yep. How many times has Bill Clinton been adjudicated of sexual assault?
I'm gonna guess twice.
I'm gonna guess 0. Oh, my guess was right because it's 0 times. It's 0 times.
Cool.
Okay. Bill Clinton was a little freak. Okay, like I'm not saying Bill Clinton wasn't a little freak. Okay, I'm not saying that at all. Okay, Bill Clinton was a little freak. We've known that for a long fucking time. Okay, but okay, he went to a deposition about Epstein, about his couple mentions in the Epstein files, and they didn't find fucking anything. Right, like nothing. Right, it was like a 4-hour deposition and another 6-hour deposition with Hillary Clinton.
I would still vote for Trump, actually. There we go. I'll put it down then. Fine. Because I was like a little bit on the edge. No, I still would. And here's why. Simple. I can't vote for Kamala Harris and what she's got. I can't vote for fucking, what's his name? The guy from California, Gavin Newsom. I can't vote for him and what he has. I can't vote for fucking Hillary Clinton. Do I like Trump? Do I like him as a person? Would I let him around my sister? No. But I still fucking vote for him. I don't care. Whatever. He does nasty shit in private. He does disgusting. Fine, they all fucking do. What's he going to do to affect my life? There you go. That's what it is.
What's he going to do to affect your life? He's going to raise all your prices. He's going to raise your grocery prices. He's going to raise your gas prices. He's going to fucking put us in foreign conflicts. He's going to, sir, first of all, sir, can I finish a sentence? Can I finish a sentence? You literally finished your entire question, and I'm in the middle of answering it.
All right.
Yeah. So, sir, what I was saying was, first of all, that should be a disqualifier for you. If somebody has the power to do what Donald Trump does, the fact that they freaking do things like say they have sex in common with their daughter or sexualize 10-year-olds or hang out with people like Epstein, right? If somebody does that, then you probably don't want them to have the nuclear codes because obviously their judgment is very much skewed and that's not somebody you want to be president. But even outside of all the horrific things that Donald Trump does and all the moral fucking disgusting things that he fucking does, okay, which should automatically be a disqualifier, including sexual assault, which is just insane, all right? Even on top of that, he's still a really bad president. right? And that's the thing I don't get. I mean, hell, like Bill Clinton, creep, all right, but cheating on your wife isn't illegal, all right, and everything that he did with like Monica was consensual, just fucking not exactly morally upstanding, right? Like that, like, but Bill Clinton also balanced the fucking budget, right? Bill Clinton also passed laws that reduced mass shootings significantly in the United States. All right. So even as a weird person, at least he did good things for the United States. Donald Trump is a shitty person who also does shitty things to the United States. All right. He does both. Like, why would you support that?
I mean, I think he could do better with this fucking war. I think if the Democrats didn't block him on so much of the immigration enforcement, that would be a good thing. I know people. I have met people who have benefited from their immigration raids. People who have been able to get work from it. I have trouble getting fucking work.
The unemployment rate is higher right now. There are less people working in the United States than when he took office.
Let's repeat that again.
The unemployment rate is higher. There are less people working in the United States than when he took office.
Why do you think that is?
Why do I think that is? There's multiple reasons why that is, but specifically because of things like the tariffs.
My hope is that the tariffs it's going to be bad for a couple of years and then it brings back manufacturing to America. I don't think it's been right what they did, what the ruling class has done to export our entire industrial base to China, Philippines, India, wherever. It should come back. Production of everything, medical equipment, pharmaceuticals, vehicles, everything. We need to bring that back to America. Are the tariffs going to be rough for a little bit? Yes. But if it will bring it back to America, I'm for it. It's okay.
Well, first of all, his tariffs are illegal. So I don't know how tariffs that he can't implement are going to bring back anything. Second of all, tariffs don't bring back jobs regardless. Okay. And third of all, even if the tariffs weren't illegal and did all the stuff that you said, they still wouldn't bring manufacturing back. So
why not?
Because our labor costs are too high for the big part.
Do you think that the companies have the margins to actually pay their workers better and give them better benefits?
No, it's not a matter of margins. If they moved it here, the cost of labor would be so significantly higher that it would still be cheaper to buy stuff overseas. It is literally cheaper to build stuff over where the resources are cheaper, where the labor is cheaper, pay the tariff and still get it here. It's still cheaper than manufacturing here.
So how do we solve it? Because we need more of an economy than just people sitting down fucking drinking Starbucks and writing up blog posts and fucking making computer programs. We need more than that. Not everybody can do that shit. Well, hold on, back up.
Not everybody can write a blog. It's not that hard. Writing a blog is pretty easy.
Okay, you can write a blog, but you're not going to get any money out of that.
Sir, if people aren't getting any money out of it, then I don't think it's the thing that's employing United States citizens.
What I'm saying is that I think it would be better if we have a manufacturing economy, if we have a physical economy, if we built more stuff, if we had more infrastructure being developed. We could do it all with fucking federal jobs, with union jobs. If we maybe we reduce the budget a little bit for the overseas defending Israel and Ukraine. Maybe if we go and take some oil from somewhere like Venezuela, for example, we can employ our citizens better and just build infrastructure.
Joe Biden passed the largest infrastructure bill in American history, over $1 trillion, right? And Republicans try to stop it. Second of all, when it comes to oil, we are literally on a net positive. We are producing more oil than the United States even needs, right? We're a net producer. We became that under Biden. So getting oil from Venezuela isn't going to help that.
Yeah, and we sell the fucking oil. It's bullshit.
What do you mean we sell the? Yeah, we have to sell it, sir. Our strategic oil reserves were full, and we were making more oil than we could use. What else were we supposed to do with it?
I don't know. Maybe like make the fucking price cheaper, save it, stop making so much, and wait until we need it. Cap the price at $2.90.
Donald Trump not only didn't do that, but he actually promised Big Oil that if they donated to his campaign, that they would release restrictions on Big Oil's ability to actually do things like drill and make more money. Not to mention the fact that he negotiated the OPEC Plus deal in his first term, which literally the entire point of it was to raise oil prices in order to make Big Oil more money.
Yeah, OPEC's fucking terrible too. The Saudis, all them fuckers.
While at the same time, Kamala Harris's like entire plan was to stop companies from being able to price gouge. So it actually would have lowered your price of oil and lowered your price of grocery prices on top of that. Yeah.
How did she want to do that?
And there was multiple ways that she had planned to do that. I guess the oil one would have been a little bit more difficult, considering oil is usually judged on a price per barrel that is dictated outside the United States based off of flow. And we actually, because of our ability to produce oil, because we're a major producing oil country, and actually under the Biden administration became the largest producer of oil on the planet, we are able to actually reduce that price significantly anyway. All we really had to do was just not do something that reduced the flow of oil across the entire world, like start a war with Iran. Like that's all we had to do, and oil prices were going down significantly year over year under the Biden administration.
Fucking stupid. I heard the fucking Israelis is the reason why we did it. They don't even have a good reason for it.
Yeah. But Kamala Harris was going to, not start a war with Iran, keep your oil prices coming down, build more houses, subsidize the housing industry, make your houses cheaper.
Maybe if she kept up her campaign promises. But she was also just the whole fucking idea of it and everything that she fought for and the way that she was. And I don't like it. I don't fucking like the transgender, all this stuff.
Yeah, what policy did Kamala Harris have on transgender people?
I heard that she was fucking paying for illegal migrants to get transgender care.
Whoa, that's not true. So that's cool.
All right.
That's not even a little true.
She's cool with fucking the kids in school doing transgender bathroom stuff.
All right, where did she say that?
Let me look it up. Let me Google it. Fine.
You're Googling it now, so you're making the claims first and then finding out whether it's true after?
Didn't you just have to Google something? I'm pretty sure you Googled something 5 minutes ago. All right, what did she do?
Yeah, I Googled the picture of Obama getting the red carpet treatment. I knew it happened. I just had to get the picture, sir.
As California Attorney General, she joined a multi-state amicus briefs in 2016 opposing discriminatory bathroom bills in North Carolina and Texas, arguing that denying transgender people access to facilities consistent with their gender identity constitutes illegal discrimination. So she basically said they have a fucking constitutional right to do the bathroom stuff.
Okay. First of all, that wasn't her presidential plan. You had to go all the way back to the time she was AG. So you had to go back before she was vice president and before she was a senator to find anything with her and transgender people. So what, 15 years before she ran for president? So there's the first thing, right? Which is insane, right? Second of all, truly, who cares? Like, really, like it's so weird. But regardless, she didn't run on that. She didn't have any policy on that. She didn't campaign on that. She didn't do any of that stuff.
All right, no, hold on. Let me ask you something. Let me actually ask you something. You can assume the way I think from what I said. You know I like guns and oil and fucking beef and all that good shit. Let me ask you
like
something.
like baby oil?
No, I said I like
some
oil.
You're on some Diddy shit?
Cheap gasoline. No, like cheap gasoline.
I also like cheap gas. I also like beef quite a bit, actually.
That's good to hear. So you're not too crazy.
I'm not so much in the oil thing, though. Yeah, I'm not so much in the Diddy parties.
Yeah, no, I don't like that. That shit's freaking. But anyway, if I voted for Kamala Harris and she became president, would I have cheaper beef and cheaper fucking food and cheaper gas and be able to fucking, I don't know, maybe get some government assistance for school or work or whatever?
I don't know what your qualification for government assistance. That would depend on your income and your need, right? So I can't make a snap judgment on whether you would qualify for government assistance. But yes, your gas would definitely be cheaper, and yes, your beef prices would definitely be cheaper. That's not a question.
Okay. So, and you think she would? I don't know. How you think? We don't even ban fucking war if I ran. What would she do with Israel? What would she have done with Israel anyway?
I honestly don't know what she would have done as far as Israel. Like, I truly can't answer that question. Okay. Because to be completely honest with you, the Biden administration was not equally as horrible, but also horrible when it came to their dealings with Israel. I think us as a country, both Democrats and Republicans need, as far as, especially within the gerontocracy that exists within our government, have to do a better job when it comes to Israel personally.
I think so. Yeah, I'm not happy they have the lobby that controls. That doesn't. They have a lobby that's very strong in the government. They're murdering children in Palestine. They're doing all that shit right now, trying to do it with my tax money. But
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not gonna say I have a crystal ball and know exactly how Kamala Harris would have acted towards Israel. I don't think Biden should have acted the way he does. I sure as hell don't think that Trump should be acting the way that he is. But we've seen that traditionally throughout American history, and regardless of which president it is, that they have that they have done stuff. But like you said, I like things like cheaper grocery prices. I like things like cheaper gas prices. I like things like balanced economies. I like things like, making sure that we have better social safety nets. Those are things that I like. And that's what, for the most part, Democrats, especially progressive Democrats, tend to be for. And instead of just for big corporations. So
why do you, I'm not, you're not a crystal ball, but why is it that after Trump got elected, my fucking T-bone steak at Walmart went from $9 to $18?
Yeah, beef prices went way up. I forgot what the actual reason the reason for it was actually when soon as Trump came in that he did that actually super affected beef prices. I'll have to. I know I think the tariffs had something to do with it, didn't it?
Probably. I know there's something with Argentina and fucking New Zealand.
Yeah, I think it was a lot because of the tariffs.
I mean, my hope is that if the tariffs do what they're supposed to do, it brings the production back to America, but I don't know.
Yep. So the cattle supply lowered, and then the tariffs affected, ranchers and farmers all the way across the region.
Fuck, we're already off topic. What's Mom Donnie like anyway? You think would he improve my life? Would he make my life better? Forget the trans bathroom shit. Would he make my life better?
God, Memorial Day weekend beef just hit a new record high.
You say that again? Repeat that.
Sorry, I was just looking at stuff right now, and literally this Memorial Day weekend, like that we're in right now, literally beef just hit a new record high.
Yeah, it's graceful.
The executive order to temporarily ease tariffs on. Oh yeah, those tariffs. The White House must decide how to proceed with an executive order to temporarily ease tariffs on imported beef. A move that would was delayed earlier amid intense backlash from farm state lawmakers and industrial allies. So literally, his tariffs raised beef prices, and literally he could relieve those tariffs right now to lower your beef prices, and he's choosing not to.
That's embarrassing. But didn't he start a Trump Pharma thing where it's like he makes all the drugs cheaper for us now?
No, Trump RX is literally just good RX, but with Trump's names on it, except for actually worse. And all it is like a marketplace that says some of the places where you can go buy drugs yourself. But it hasn't reduced the prices of anything. It does allow you to get like cheaper prices for things like Ozempic, but that's about it.
So it's a fucking Trump phone pharmacy.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah.
That's wonderful. Fuck it. Why not? What's one thing that you think Donald Trump did good?
What's one thing Donald Trump did good? Nothing comes to mind.
Give me something. Nothing.
Sir, I could name things like Operation Warp Speed, which he found a way to somehow fuck up anyway. Okay, like I can name something like Operation Warp Speed where he actually came and and actually got the vaccines to us faster, but then he went and went past that and then told everybody not to take it, to take horse dewormer or inject bleach afterwards anyway. So I don't really know if you get much credit for that, right? So I don't really know. I mean, I guess it's okay that I don't have to take my shoes off in the airport, but to be completely honest with you, I was TSA pre-check before that anyway, so I really truly didn't care. All right. Anything that I can name that Donald Trump did, anything that I can name that Donald Trump did that would be considered decent is completely and utterly overcast by all the horrible things that he did. And so I just don't think it's right that we should be like, hey, can we name the 0.5% of things that he actually did good? And while he's doing 99.5% of things bad.
I think it's kind of cool how Kamala Harris is going to do a $25,000 down payment assistance for anybody buying a house. That's actually kind of dope.
Yeah, that would have been dope, wouldn't it?
It would have been.
Yeah. Where when Donald Trump was asked about, housing prices, he said he doesn't know what he can really do because then people that already own houses are going to lose value on it. So I guess they're kind of fucked.
Yeah, well, they're going to lose value anyway. It's a fucking bubble. But here's the question. Why did Kamala Harris, when she was vice president, she had 3 years to shut down the border? She didn't do it.
Because it's not her job.
That's cool. She's the vice president.
Yeah, and
she's the fucking highest executive office. Of course it's her. She was at the border. She went to the border. She traveled to it. She was asked.
Yeah, whose job is the border, sir?
Alejandro Mayorkas, that guy that they appointed.
Secretary Mayorkas, exactly. So Secretary Mayorkas' job was the border. Secretary Mayorkas works for who?
The executive office. DHS?
Specifically who?
Other governments. Biden.
Worked for Joe Biden. Joe Biden. Okay.
Oh my! But who's Joe Biden's fucking left-hand woman?
Regardless of whether she is, it doesn't mean that she actually has power. But regardless of any of that, sir, she just like Secretary Mayorkas, just like Secretary Mayorkas, just like every other cabinet member, works at the behest of the president. And did Joe Biden make some not the best decisions when it came to the border? Yeah, he did. Now, he was handcuffed a lot by Republicans. That's 100% true, too. But he also didn't make all the best decisions when it came to the border either, right? But that's not Kamala Harris's fault. Kamala Harris had very strong border policy. She had very good policy. She very much outlined her border policy, and it would have been excellent border policy.
And yet, when she was asked, what would you have done different from Joe Biden, she sat there and she had nothing.
That's actually not what she was asked.
What was she asked, if you remember?
I don't remember the exact wording, but it's not that she would have done nothing different. It was a different question. I mean, I can pull it up. I don't remember the exact wordage.
You should pull it up, because I'm pretty sure that's what she said. I watched it like a day ago on YouTube.
Sure. Politico, let's see. Where's the question? Oh, that is not the question. They're just paraphrasing it on all these things. Anyways, not the real point. Doesn't really matter. Because even if she did say exactly that, she didn't really have the power to do anything anyway. So I could find the question. Nobody's even putting up the question on there. That's funny. There's all these people reporting on it, but nobody's actually putting with the question there. They're just paraphrasing the question. And then yeah, she was asked, would you have done something differently than President Biden during the last 4 years?
Yeah. Right. What'd she say?
There's not a thing that comes to mind.
Yeah, like exactly. So that's what I mean when you're saying, well, who's in charge? I mean, the two of them fucking in the office together every fucking day. So it's like.
Well, first of all, they're not in the office every day together. They're not like 1 and 2. They're usually actually specifically off in different directions doing different things. It's actually specifically what the vice president does.
So maybe it's in the border. I'm not saying the border is entirely her fault, but people are voting for
anyway her fault.
Who's been in charge of something for 3 fucking years at that point.
Well, first of all, the border wasn't a problem for 3 fucking years. Actually, by the time that Biden left office, the numbers were abysmally low. And over the first year and a half, we were under Title 42, so there was no border problem whatsoever.
They only fixed it at the end.
Sir, the first year and a half, we were under Title 42. And the last year and 3 months, they had it fixed out of a 4-year term? So the problem was a problem for a year and a half?
I think Donald Trump should have done better. I think he should have fucking built a wall and had Americans build it.
Sir, but what I'm saying is the literal end, what you guys call, they only fix at the end. The end, it was fixed. And the beginning, it was fixed. So like the middle year and a half, it was a problem. And we know why it was a problem.
Why would they let them in? Why'd they let them in?
They didn't.
Why don't they get rid of them?
Why don't they get rid of them?
Why didn't they?
How are they going to get rid of them?
With ICE.
With ICE? ICE was operating the entire time Biden was the president.
Well, they should have done fucking better.
Why?
For the same reason that Donald Trump shouldn't be president, because he's a criminal.
Because they're criminals?
Yes.
They're the same level of criminal as jaywalking.
Not really, no. It affects the
Yeah, it's a
country.
Class C misdemeanor.
It affects the country. It takes jobs away from people. It lowers wages.
Sir, if an undocumented immigrant walks through the Darien Gap from whatever country to come and take your job, was it really your job to begin with?
Call that a Satan's asshole. It doesn't matter.
Well, I'm saying, was that really your job to begin with? Like, truthfully. Like there's like people talk about construction. We are currently at a 500,000 employee shortage in construction jobs. 500,000 that we're short right now.
Well, it should be a lot easier to get a fucking job, then. They should have more fucking work going around.
They should have more work going on. You know how we get more work going around when it comes to those type of jobs?
Probably something to do with interest rates and
Nope.
federal government setting things up.
Nope.
How?
We just boost our economy. You have to have the economy running at full speed, and then jobs are created. And the way that you do that is by boosting the middle and lower classes so that they have money to spend, so that our money works in a circular movement. When you create more money in the pockets of middle class people and of lower class people, then they spend more money. When they spend more money, corporations expand. When they expand, they create jobs. When they create jobs, then people have more money, and then they spend more money, and it just goes around in a circle.
That's the one thing I could have supported about, because I know Kamala Harris wanted to do, what is it, $4 trillion of infrastructure, whatever. I'd have a fucking job right now if that was the case.
You also do know that migrants create job growth in the United States at almost a 1-to-1 ratio.
If they create GDP. I couldn't care any less about if they create GDP growth. I don't want them.
I didn't say GDP growth.
Too many fucking people.
Did I say GDP growth? Did I misspeak?
You didn't say GDP. I said it.
I said job growth. They create jobs. They create jobs at almost a 1-to-1 ratio for American citizens.
How do they? Okay, I'm genuinely curious. How do they create jobs?
Yeah, there's multiple ways in which they create jobs. So like I'll give you like multiple examples, right? So there's more of a direct thing, right? So like say that you have you have your dishwashers or something at like a restaurant, or your busboys at a restaurant that are migrants. Those are then therefore creating jobs for all the U.S. citizens that are there to be the waiters, the bartenders, or the managers, and all that sort of stuff, right? So their jobs are actually creating other people's jobs, if not, because at the end of the day, what ends up happening is that American citizens don't want to work those jobs, and they don't have the manpower in order to create other ones. But I'll even give a better example, right? So like they go to places like the Central Valley in California where they do things like agriculture, places where Americans don't want to do those jobs. So they farm things, right? And then all of those things that are farmed now have to be processed, and they go off to grocery stores, and they go off to all of these other places, and then those jobs are created down the line. So those are just two examples. But even things like construction, right? They work in construction. More things are built. When more things are built, then there's more places for American citizens to work.
Well, I always figured that if we shut down the border and we give the jobs to Americans and we mandate that there's a certain level of benefits for the people, things would be better that way. It creates.
I'm sorry, you want to repeat that?
The value of the labor goes up, and the American people get good jobs. They get good benefits. I don't care. Like, I'll fucking be a plumber. I'll be a dishwasher. I've been a dishwasher. I've moved fucking bags of bricks on the fucking sites before. I've done those jobs. There's nothing wrong with those jobs. I like them. They're good jobs.
Yeah. So here's Kellogg's right here showing that immigrants in the United States create more jobs than they take. And I'll throw that on the screen because I do think it's a pretty good one. The idea that migrants come to your community and they take jobs, has Ben Jones, a professor at the strategy at Kellogg. That could mean that people already in your community could have more trouble finding a job, or having to compete with immigrants for jobs, could get paid a lower wage. That logic is straightforward, yet curiously, the economic data have not generally borne out this way. Previous studies have found that lower local wages after influxes of immigration. In fact, regions of the U.S. that have historically seen more immigration have seen experience higher gains in per capita income. They seem to be the outperformers. And then we can actually go down, quantifying who becomes a founder. Ironically, the result is the exact opposite of the usual narrative, that migrants actually improve the economic outcomes for native-born workers. And immigrants are more likely to found firms, blah, blah, blah. Jobs pay better. The research also looked at the quality of jobs, companies and jobs created by immigrants. First, they analyzed how innovative their firms are. Okay, so that's going, so improving economic conditions. Ironically, the result is the opposite of the usual narrative. So why are immigrants more, this goes in like the entrepreneurial stuff. I have a better article. This isn't the exact, there's another one from, I think it's Cato, that I was trying to actually pull up. I think Cato does, there's a, let's see. Center for Migration Studies does one.
if illegal immigration is no different from fucking jaywalking, why do I even need a passport? Why do I need to pay money to go get a passport? Why do I need
Because
to
you
pay money
won't
to
get
get a
in the
fucking
other country.
driver's license? Because the other countries have borders. The other countries enforce their borders.
We also enforce our borders. If you showed up here without a passport, they would turn you around.
Or, you know, they give you a Visa card and a bus ticket to New York.
Oh, except for that didn't fucking happen.
It didn't?
Nope. All those people were legal migrants.
Legal. Okay.
Legal.
All right, so they process their paperwork at the, you know, whatever it's called, the fucking embassy.
What?
So they process like their paperwork in the embassy. Okay, they're legal. Got it. They're legal immigrants.
Everybody who got a bus ticket and a card was legal. Yes.
What about guns? What about guns? Well, I like guns. I think guns.
I
are
like
really
guns.
good. I like them. Yes, I like guns. Why would Kamala Harris modify the fucking rifle so that you get 5 rounds in it and it gets a weird grip and all that? Do you know about that? You know what I'm talking about?
I have no idea what you're talking about, nor do I really care.
Fine.
No, I'm just being honest. Like,
The
why do I care? Like, truthfully, we're the number one preventable cause of death in the United States to children is guns.
Lock them up.
Lock them up? You think we haven't tried that already?
Teach the kids not to do dumb shit with the gun. How about that?
Think we haven't tried that already?
So what do you think we should do about it?
Yeah, make common sense gun laws, study those gun laws. We actually already have playbooks from many other countries on how to reduce gun deaths in the country. Hell, we have a playbook for our own country on how to reduce deaths. The under Bill Clinton, the assault weapons bans to like significantly reduce. I think it was like over 80% or 90% of mass shootings in the United States, and it dropped during an assault rifle ban that didn't remove one gun out of a single person's hand.
And then 2 boys in fucking Columbine showed up with pistols and bombs and then fucking murdered their
that was
classmates.
the one.
There's more than that. Come on. You know.
No, there was more than that, but barely more than that. That's the problem. Is you guys talk about Columbine, is that that's the thing. There's another Columbine every fucking year right now.
Yes, true.
Okay. But all around Columbine, it was significantly less. That's the point.
It's not specifically a targeted school shooting just for mass murder. I mean, have you seen the videos of these kids with the 14-year-olds who steal cars with the switches on their Glocks? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I'm familiar with Glock switches.
That shit's terrible. We shouldn't have that happening. And then there you go. That's the pistol, right? That's the gun that you think you should have, and you can buy this shit off Temu for 99 cents and turn it into a fucking.
Actually, California specifically tried to get rid of Glock switches, and they freaking got challenged by a bunch of Republicans.
God damn it. I wish that this country was better.
Me too.
And I voted for Donald Trump because I thought he was going to make this country better. And he made a great campaign, and I think he did better than Kamala. And he made me feel good. And now I don't have a fucking job and nobody's fucking hiring, and beef is $18 fucking a pound.
Well, sucks to suck. Vote in the midterms, man.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, sucks to suck. Vote in the midterms.
There's not much left to cover, is there?
Yeah, I think we pretty much covered every subject in existence. So I think we're good here.
I don't really sound like a Republican, do I?
What's that?
I said I don't really sound like a Republican or a Trump supporter, do I? I mean, do you think so?
No, you sound like somebody, and I don't mean this offensively, so please don't take it that way, okay? It sounds like somebody who is uninformed, and made a decision based off of feelings instead of information, right? And now you're looking back at it and going, why weren't my feelings right? Which is why we don't vote with feelings, right? That's why we vote with information, right? And if we vote with information instead of our feelings, then we make better decisions.
You know what I knew is fucking bullshit? I knew it was bullshit when he went to Venezuela and they've got the most fucking oil on earth, and he didn't take any of the fucking oil. And Americans complaining about gas price, didn't do anything about the oil. So that's when I knew it was all bullshit.
Sir, we don't need more oil. That's what you guys don't. This is why Donald Trump gets like all up in with people's feelings, and it doesn't make any sense. We don't need more oil. We have all the fucking oil. What we need is a Strait of Hormuz opened. Okay, that's what we need. Because when the flow of oil across the world starts moving again, then we'll actually have better gas prices. Okay, that's all it is. We have plenty of oil. We need the flow to be flowing across the world. That's what we need. And Donald Trump, I literally just saw the announcement on the phone. Trump says U.S. will not rush into a deal with Iran. Donald Trump also said he does not ever consider the financial situation of Americans when dealing with Iran. So get ready to just spend more at the gas pump. I don't know what to tell you, man. So.
Yeah, but didn't fucking Biden shut down refineries and stop all that, shut down and make all the EPA bitch about the refineries? No,
we actually became a net positive producer in the United States for the first time in like 70 years. We're the most energy independent that we'd been in 70 years. And we were the highest oil producing country on the planet. We outproduced Russia and Saudi Arabia under the Biden administration.
That's a good thing.
So, nope. Absolutely not.
You think he's fucked our country over? Yeah, he kind of has. All right, well, I appreciate the By the way, hold on, one thing before I get out of here. Your number is 904. Are you in Duval County?
Duval. No, I'm not. That's just where the number's at.
You're not? Okay. But you've been there.
I have, yes.
That's where I worked, and I'm looking at the screen now. I didn't even really look before. You're black. I worked at Action Labor for a few months.
Do you say you're black? I'm sorry. Do you say you're black?
Yeah, you are, aren't you? I mean, you look black.
I mean, yes, but that's. I mean, yes. I'm sorry. Like that. Sorry.
No, it's cool. I don't mean anything bad. I lived over there for a couple months.
I don't think you did. That was just funny.
And but I worked if you know anything about Action Labor and Staff Zone, I worked over there for a couple months, and I was the only white guy there. Everybody there was black, and they told me they were pretty happy once the immigration thing started up because it meant that they were able to get tickets more. So, I mean, yeah, it's a good thing for the people there. I mean, they sounded happy about it.
Yeah, people a lot of times don't know what actually is like truthfully helping them and what is not. That's the thing. And I'm not saying that migrants being gone in certain areas don't help certain people. But like, I'll tell you right now, if we're talking about Florida is like infrastructure almost completely crashed by them trying to crack down on migration. Construction came to a complete halt. Like it literally like collapsed. Our entire agriculture industry collapsed due to migration, trying to put extreme migration controls on Florida. So the Florida economy suffered drastically due to migration, stuff like that. So while you might say that like a few people, one or two people, and I'm not even trying to say that one or two people, obviously I don't mean one or two people literally. I mean that certain people weren't affected positively by it. I'm sure there were a few people, but us as a state, Florida as a state, and then the United States as a whole are not seeing positives. We're seeing actually huge negatives, right? With everything from job creation to GDP to flow in the economy to all those things. We're seeing huge negatives.
I've been to, there's 17 different companies. There's 17 different major construction contractors in the town. And I have been to every single one of them. And all of them except for one are hiring at the moment for anything that's actual on the ground work. None of them are fucking hiring for that. So I don't know if they actually need those jobs, if they actually need men. I don't know what the fuck is going on, because the only one that's willing to hire me is the cement plants, and they need the CDL to actually work there. So if we actually have all that need for building infrastructure and they need people to fill these jobs, I don't know where the fuck those jobs are at.
I don't know what to tell you either, man. But there's construction jobs someplace. I don't know where they're at. So, but they're definitely there. But anyways, man, I'm gonna jump off the call. We've been on the phone for a long time. But I hope you have a good one. All right, man.
It was good talking. Have a good one. All right, boss.
See, I'm gonna take that conversation. I'm gonna post it later because I had somebody comment on one of my videos. Like, it's like, oh, like all your conversations get like super emotional, and I try to tell them like, no, they don't. Just depends on the person. Like my level, my volume, my level, all that sort of stuff is just very dependent on who I'm talking to. Okay. But I will say, oh wait, you're black was probably the funniest thing I've heard in a while. Y'all, make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you guys are over on TikTok, if we get that thing up to 150,000 likes, I would really appreciate it. Also, we're missing a lot of those heart me's, a lot of them. And I think that's one of the reasons why numbers have been a little low lately. So, and I always forget to mention it. So if you guys could send those heart me's, there's only been 72 of them, and I've been on for almost 2 hours. We've only seen 72 of them the whole time. So, if you guys could help with that, I'd really, really appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. Sorry, I'm really bad about reminding people. So I really appreciate you guys. Also, if you thing is, if for the two people that sent the coffee magic, if you guys would got a few coins that are burning a hole in your pocket, and you guys would like to help me finish off that goal, I would really, really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Again, y'all, I do also have a Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. They're all at Polypolitics, just like my name. And all of that is definitely going to my camera fund if you send over there. So I really appreciate y'all. Deborah, thank you so much for is that the sunshine over there? Yeah, that's the sunshine. Thank you so much for that. If you guys support, I do have super chats. And I like to put those up in between callers and talk about those. So if you guys like support that way, I really appreciate that. Tatted, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. So it's not right that they move manufacturing to other countries. Let me vote for the guy that outsourced all his manufacturing to other countries. I don't think you can get thank you guys so much for the coffee magics. I appreciate that. I don't think you guys can get a Trump hat that was made in the United States. I don't even think it's possible. I don't even think I truly don't even think it's possible to get a Trump hat made in the United States. Like, no joke. Yeah, he outsources all of his shit. You definitely can't get a Trump phone. I'll tell you that much. You definitely can't get a Trump phone. Trump phones are all made in Vietnam. Is it Vietnam? China? Something like that. Kurt, thank you so much for the clapping seal. I really appreciate that too. SC, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Said, you're doing a great job bringing attention on Trump's F- grade on being a president or just a terrible human being. Hope some MAGA can wake up. I really appreciate that, SC. I'm doing my best. He really does have an F-. I think it's an F-. It might be an F-. He's doing a real bad job. Scott, thank you so much for the $5. Says, I thought was giving a speech while I was in the washroom because it was smelling bad as he sounded. Thanks, Scott. Trump's speech. Thank you for clarifying, Scott. I was having a rough time with what you were talking about there. Thank you so much, Scott. I appreciate it. And Carolyn with the $10 for the camera fund. I really appreciate that also. Thank you guys so much for the support. Really, it does mean a lot. I literally have just hit up. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this, guys, because I don't know if they're gonna actually hit me up. But about trying to get out to Chicago to do some groundwork out there, which is why I need the camera so bad. So I'm trying to get out to do some more groundwork. I'm trying to do some in Chicago and try to do some in South Dakota. And so while these cameras, I think they're looking excellent. How do I look out there, y'all? I think these cameras are looking pretty good. I hope to get some cameras that I can move around that aren't plugged into my computer. So that's what I'm working towards. $100 online, not the camera that I need. Mishi, thank you so much for the LA Road 66. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I'd love to come to Chicago. If I do get my camera and I'm able to go out there, I'll do a meetup in Chicago while I'm there too. I'll do a meetup while I'm there too. W's the chat for Mishi and for Carolyn and SC and for everybody who just supported. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. That was absolutely huge. Scott, SC, Carolyn, Tatted, and of course Mishi over there for all those, and everybody who sent the coffees. All right, we're gonna move on. We got a couple callers in here. I'm not sure if this is an opera. There might be a friendly, but we'll see. Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great. Are you a Trump supporter?
No, sir. Not at all. Never had, never will.
All right. Well, I'll give you a minute or so. What's on your mind?
Right. So on the last call, I got plenty of extra numbers for you, and then you saw in the comments while you were dealing with that damn fool of a white man being brainwashed all over again. So it comes out to be 100 transgender out of 345 million. That's 0.0000029%. Okay. Another thing is, remember what happened in Uvalde in 2023. Does any other country in the world have a single gun? No, except for the United States is shoveling with dog tails of cabbage ass of America. The only place where you can buy 530 magazines and 2 AK-7s. Okay, this is what's killing kids, no matter what the circumstances are. Now that we have the insurance gone, now that we have the SNAP gone, these kids have taken more punishment, just like in our generation and the boomers generation also. Let's say this, and listen, you little punk ass in Florida who called previously, you are a dumb ass. You are a Trump supporter. You have your head stuck up his ass so far to the point where you could suck his dick for all we don't care. That's why you're not getting a job. You're not the rightful person to receive a job, and when you make those mistakes for racist comments against all good people, especially in your own state of Florida. And then, Polly, I have something else to say to you. Ron DeSantis is not going to be even better than Vance, nor whoever else may be in the Republican Party. I could guarantee you, Kamala, Jasmine, or Gavin in 2028, you damn well best believe that we are going to be better country at that point in time after 2028. What Trump is still doing to us now, that punk ass better wake his ass up, because he will be fucking assassinated one day.
All right. Calm down about that. We don't need to be making threats, okay? I'm not a fan of that. All right. That's a little bit much, man.
No.
So we're just going a little too far here, okay? I appreciate your passion, but we're not gonna have anything like that about violence against anyone, because I don't support political violence. Okay? I don't support political violence. So I do have to drop you after that one, because that's a little bit much for me. Okay, you're making it. He was making a couple good points before that, but DeSant ass was funny. DeSant ass. I probably will use DeSant ass again. But yeah, we're that's a little too far. So we do have to watch it a bit. Scott, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Said Stephanie, thank you so much. Said Trump's shit hats are US made. No, Trump's hats are Chinese made. They're all made in China. True story. Stephanie, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Said they suck, Polly. I almost said this, you suck, Polly. I'm like, man, I'm trying. Said you suck, Polly, or they suck, Polly. Your words matter, and I hope you can keep on using your voice against such ignorance. I hope so too. I hope, Stephanie. I hope I don't get suppressed into oblivion. Yeah, I know it, Azari. I figured that out a little while in. But yeah, I hope I don't get suppressed into oblivion. But But like I said, y'all, making sure you guys turn on those notifications, that you guys are going to show up to the live and doing all the things that are good. All of those things will help kind of navigate our way and try to break through this. And hopefully, eventually, the algorithm turns back our way. That's all we can hope. We just keep pushing forward, right? We just keep pushing forward. So thank you so much, Stephanie. I appreciate that. That was the chat for Stephanie. That's some very encouraging words. We need that. We need that. All right, we're gonna move on to the next caller.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right. So I said I want to discuss immigration, right?
Okay. First of all, how old are you?
I'm 18.
You're 18.
Yes,
What year were you born in?
2007.
Yeah, that sounds close enough. All right. Anyways, all right. You said you wanted to discuss immigration.
Yes.
Right, are you a Trump
What are
supporter,
your
or are you
thoughts
talking
on
immigration from?
Said it clear at the beginning.
I was just saying, are you a Trump supporter, or are you or no?
I'm a Trump supporter.
Okay, Trump supporter. You want to talk about immigration? All right. What's up with immigration?
Well, I think that closing the border was good, and we need mass deportations.
Okay. Since when has the border's been closed? Since we've had immigration laws. So.
Not entirely. Under President Biden, over 10 million immigrants poured over the border.
10 million immigrants?
Illegal immigrants.
No, that's not true. Can you talk a little bit closer to your microphone? Sorry, I'm having a hard time. I guess I can turn you up a little bit. Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. I'll turn you up a little bit. No, 10 million immigrants did not come in under the Biden administration. That's not true.
What was it then? Because I know it was in the millions.
Oh yeah, it's in the millions. I think more. Some estimates showed about 1.5. I've seen estimates that are up to like 2.5 million, maybe 3.
That is still far too much, and it brings down wages for native, low education white workers.
It does not bring down wages. I actually just had statistics out from the Center for Immigration Studies, from Kellogg Institute, from multiple different organizations saying that they do not bring down wages. Actually, if they do anything, they do the opposite. Communities with higher immigration numbers actually see increase in wages.
Maybe per capita, but for lower education workers, they deprive them of jobs.
No, even lower education workers, right? They still help to provide even low education workers with jobs. Do you have any stats showing that that's what you're saying is true?
I could look if you'd like.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I could look if you'd like, but that's just basic economics with how capitalism works. Having workers who will accept lower wages lets citizen wages go down.
Okay, so you're just trying to make a common sense argument and not a actual data driven argument?
Well, no, that's just how economics works. That's what the consensus is. Even people who are in favor of immigration should admit that there are cheaper wages.
They can, in certain circumstances, provide cheaper wages, but they usually provide cheaper wages in areas in which American workers aren't working anyway.
Well, that's where we disagree, because I think we should get Americans to work in those jobs.
Sir, ma'am, can you speak into the microphone? Sorry, I'm having a really hard time hearing you. I've turned you up twice and I still can't hear you. I need you to stop whispering, okay? Because then no one can hear your points, so then it just sounds like I'm talking to myself.
I'm sorry, my microphone's been bad. I'll leave then. Have a good day.
Well, there, you sounded fine. If you could just talk like that the whole time.
Like that?
The way you were just talking is fine. It's just you're talking like this.
Have a good day.
Yeah. So here's AmericanProgress.org, right? I'll throw this on the screen. In the latest literature analyzing recent enforcement actions, the authors of National Bureau of Economic Research working paper found small positive short-run effects on native-born wages following the large-scale removal of immigrant workers from the economy, but those short-term effects are reversed in every state in the long run, resulting in wage declines that are more than twice as large as any short-term gains. At the same time, the study found that the large increase of deportation sought by the Trump administration, modeling the removal of 50% of undocumented immigrants, would result in prices rising by 1% in the agricultural sector.
Well, I think for one, price increases for consumers is worth getting workers to have more jobs.
Well, I mean, I can pull up the earlier part of the study where it actually shows that the jobs are actually created by migrants also. So not only do we see that jobs are created by migrants, but at again a rate that's almost 1 to 1, but we also see that wage increase actually happens with migrants, and removing those migrants in the long term actually has a significant drop in wages.
Well, we disagree on that.
We can agree on that?
I said we disagree on that.
Well, you're not arguing with me. You're arguing with professional economists that study this for a living.
Those economists were paid to deliver the results that the people who wanted the survey wanted.
Awesome. And who was paid to deliver these results? Can you even tell me what I just told you this article is from?
The Department of Labor.
Wrong. So that's what I'm saying. You're saying that they're paid for a reason and you don't know who provided the facts. So that just means that you're just in feelings, not in any type of factual argument.
I mean, I think to be honest with that, Trump does that too with his data. It's just every administration does that. You have to expect it.
Yeah, but we're not pulling data from the Trump administration or the Biden administration. This is data from 2026.
The Department of Labor. What was it? Where did you get it from?
Yeah, so this is from the National Bureau of Economic Research. Okay, but if we actually look at the Bureau of Labor Statistics, we have seen Bureau of Labor Statistics. We actually have seen a very decrease in job creation. We've seen higher unemployment rates. We've seen all of that. So obviously, removing migrants isn't helping anything. It's making things worse. That's common sense right there.
I will say a lot of the recent economic downturn we've seen isn't because of anti-immigration policies, but it's because Trump has just been incompetent with handling a lot of things.
Well, I do agree with you that Donald Trump is incompetent in handling a lot of things, but that also has to do with immigration, and immigration is one of them.
Well, he's not going, in my opinion, this proper right-wing administration would focus on making more domestic jobs fewer also mass deportations, but I don't think Trump is doing that. Although
I couldn't really hear you. You said a good right-wing presidency would do something.
They would promote building up jobs here, which Trump hasn't really done except give disincentives to not do it.
Yeah, the reason why most of our jobs are even overseas is from right-wing presidents, right? Like the Republican right over the last 60 years, I'll say, is the entire reason why we don't have manufacturing jobs in the United States to begin with. They've loosened regulations that have allowed companies to start manufacturing in outside the United States. So I mean, Reagan, I think, was the biggest culprit in that. But I mean, we saw loosening of regulation under Bush. We saw loosening of regulation right now under Trump, right? So yeah, I don't understand what you mean that good right-wing administrations would do that when literally the right-wing administrations are the ones that are doing the opposite of that.
Well, for one, Bill Clinton was the president who signed a NAFTA, which was the main nail in the coffin for jobs going overseas, and he's a Democrat.
Yeah, so NAFTA is not the main culprit. Most of our manufacturing went to Asia, specifically Southeast Asia, and NAFTA only covers North America.
That's also the Trans-Pacific Partnership, which was also signed by Bill Clinton.
Yeah, I'm not saying that Democrats haven't also done it, right? But Republicans were the ones. Look at when did manufacturing specifically start leaving the country like the highest? It was the late 80s.
Yeah.
It was the mid to late 80s. So before Bill Clinton was even president. We already saw that.
That was a multi-party effort. The Democrats and Republicans both supported that, and I'm against that.
And who signed it in?
Reagan and Clinton.
Reagan and Clinton can't be the president at the same time.
Clinton continued on Reagan's path.
No, he didn't. But regardless, okay, you're still making the claim that for some reason a good Republican presidency would do this. And I'm not arguing that the Democrats didn't help into it. I didn't say that. Okay, you're making the claim that a good Republican administration would do it, and every Republican administration over the last 60 years pretty much has done the opposite. So maybe at this point, it's not a good Republican administration would do it. It's just that's what Republicans do.
The Trump administration has made efforts to bring jobs back with tariffs, which traditional Republicans wouldn't do.
First of all, there was tariffs under every single presidency, and second of all, tariffs have no ability to actually enact any of the things that you're saying.
Well, of course, there were tariffs under every presidency, but Trump has vastly increased them on countries where jobs are being shipped to.
Yes, and it still has no ability to bring manufacturing back to the United States, not to mention that they're illegal.
Well, it does, though, because, I mean, even Biden did it. Would you say that was bad?
Yeah, so Biden did it under a thing that was actually temporary, not broad, and only on very specific sectors, which is not illegal, as long as you only do it temporarily. But not to mention that Joe Biden actually had those things codified in Congress. So like under things like the Chips and Sciences Act, where Biden put tariffs on chip manufacturing and semiconductor manufacturing coming out of Southeast Asia, that was codified by Congress, and Congress is the people that have to do tariffs.
How is it illegal to use an executive order that was given the ability to use?
Yeah, so what's a tariff?
It's a tax on foreign imports.
Right, and according to the Constitution, who has the ability to tax?
Well, Congress, but in previous terms,
That's
Congress
why.
has given the president the ability to do it.
Yeah, that's why, because Congress has the ability to tax. So if the president of the United States is acting unilaterally and only through executive action in order to tax the American people, that is against the Constitution. That's why it's illegal.
It isn't just unilaterally, because over the last 100 years, bills have been passed to enable the president to do this by Congress.
Which bill has, under certain circumstances, under temporary circumstances, right? Like the ones that were just found under judicial court that Donald Trump just put on, right? Because first he tried to put on tariffs under IEPA, and that was, found to be unconstitutional. Then I can't remember under which title he actually tried to do his second tariffs on, which a court just found that were illegal, right? But even those ones that he did on the second time are temporary. And so if you're only allowed to implement tariffs for 90, 120, 150 days, right? Then no one's going to bring manufacturing back when they know they can just wait it out and then not have to pay the cost to move your entire manufacturing and production side of your company over to the United States.
Well, yeah, but that's a problem of the shifting power in America. If we would have the Trump administration forever, that wouldn't be a thing.
If we had the Trump administration forever, we would probably fall faster than the Roman Empire did. So also, we wouldn't be a country. If we had the Trump administration forever, then I guess we wouldn't have to worry too much about things like the Constitution, right? Because then we'd live in some type of totalitarian, monarchy.
At the very least, terms should be longer, in my opinion.
You said presidential terms should be longer, in your opinion. Why?
It doesn't give presidents enough time to fulfill their agenda. Like, I would say give Trump 10 years.
No, I think our terms should. Well, I'm actually cool with them staying the exact same size, but I think that we should move to a system where we can do things like no confidence votes, where we're allowed to remove presidents who are inept. Right? I think we should be able to implement parts of our Constitution that allow us to remove presidents that either A, are working out of the best interest of the United States people, or B, are shown themselves to be mentally incompetent. I think we should be able to do that also. I also think that we should have an age cap on our presidencies. I think if you can't finish your presidency by the time that you're 75, then you shouldn't be allowed to be president either. I think that we should be having younger people that are, that are a lot more, in their prime, and people that are not going to deteriorate as quickly, because I think the president is just specifically difficult job that just naturally should age you if you're doing it properly, right? If you look at most presidents, they age very, very quickly while in presidency, and I don't think we should start somebody that is already aged, significantly, and then add on top of that being the president, So Ryan actually said, hell, I'd cap it at 65. That's kind of what I mean by you have to finish it by 75, right? So that's pretty much capping it at like 67. That's what I was kind of thinking.
I do agree with you on that. I think the politicians we have in general are too old right now. We should also have age limits on the Senate.
I agree with that also. Yep, I think that we should have age limits on the Senate. I think we should have term limits for everybody, and I think that we should have term limits on the Supreme Court.
That would just blatantly politicize. Wait, I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to implement term limits for Supreme Court justices, would you have it so they could be reappointed?
Probably once.
Well, I think if we were going to go through the effort of term limits, I think we should let them be renominated indefinitely because that gives them an incentive to be bipartisan.
Nope, that ruins the point. Yep. I would say no more than 2 terms. I don't think any government official that like that is any type of the co-equal branches of government should be more than 2 terms on anything, except for maybe the House of Representatives, because their terms are so short, right? Like, because they're only 2 years. I would probably say around 5 terms for someone in the House of Representatives in order to keep moving it, right? But since I would say that a Supreme Court justice would probably be on the bench for a term anywhere from like 6 to 8 years, I'd be willing to allow for one singular, reappointment. But if you've served on the bench for somewhere between 12 and 18 years, you've done enough. There's nothing else that you need to do as far as making decisions on the interpretation of our country. We need to get fresh blood in there. We need to get younger people in there, and we need to get people in there that are that are able to not be as influenced. And that's why you see things like, people like Clarence Thomas, who have literally been proven to be, given money, given incentive in order to vote certain ways in the court. And there's very little recourse that we can do in order to effectuate that.
And we could, it's just no one wants to.
I said there's very little that we can do, but if they were term limited out, then it'd be very easy.
Well, I agree with you in principle, but in that scenario, sorry. In that scenario, under the second term, what would their incentive be to be bipartisan at all?
What incentive do they have right now to be bipartisan?
They don't, but I assume you're trying to fix that by doing this.
Well, I'm just saying if we have people if we have no actual reason for them to be bipartisan now or bipartisan then, it doesn't really matter. No, I'm trying to get people that I don't think anybody should have a lifetime appointment to anything. I think that's crazy. I think that's insane to have a lifetime appointment to anything. Like, first of all, people just get older, and some people start to lose their fucking minds, right? Like, it's just the way it is. Like, I'm not trying to say everybody. Some people stay sharp all the way into like their 90s or 100 or whatever, and some people start mentally deteriorating when they're in their 60s or 70s. Okay. And I think that we need to be able to not say it when someone is appointed as a judge at the age of 30 that they need to be making decisions on the interpretation of the Constitution until they're 90. I think that having 6 generations of people, right, that are born and become adults, right, while you're still making decisions on the interpretation of the Constitution, I think that's completely ridiculous. I think that you do I think that you do 1, maybe 2 terms, and then maybe we'll make an exception for like a 3rd term for like the Chief Justice in order to continue continuity or something to that effect. But that's about it.
I think I agree with you there.
Yeah. But anyways, well, it was nice having a conversation with you. I'm going to move on, not because you don't seem like a decent person, but because it is really difficult for everybody to hear you. And and so I'm going to move on. But I hope you have a good one. Okay, Skylar?
You too. Have a good day.
Yeah, not because you're not a decent person to talk to, just simply because you are difficult to talk to. Truthfully, just being honest. All right, y'all, we are going to, hopefully keep this going. If you guys would like to support the live, first of all, let's get this thing up to 200,000 likes. We are so close over here on TikTok. Second of all, if you guys do me a favor and send those daily heart me's if you haven't already. Like I said, I'm trying to be a little better at that. So, but thank you guys getting us, like, we got like 20, we got almost 30 more since the last time I said it. I'm just really bad about saying it. Also, make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Stuff and things. If you guys like to support the live, I do have Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. They're all at Polypolitics. I do have super chats. I like to throw them up on the screen and have fun with those. Cool. Thank you so much for the floating heart. I appreciate that. And I also have the money guns going on. I put like a little 2 gifter up on that too. So if you guys like to support that way. Thoughts and things. Thoughts and things. Thoughts and things. Don't you guys love thoughts and things? Sometimes brain worky. Sometimes brain worky. Thank you guys all for those support. Def Jam, thank you so much for that. That's super cool. I love those things. And Deborah, thank you so much for the headliner too. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I love those. I love that shell of a warrior thing. I think those things are so cool. So give me like super like Master Chief Halo vibes, you know? Thank you, Mishi, for the money gun too.
It's okay. It's okay. Here. They are gorillas, some kind of gorillas. Oh, I saw an animal move like this. They just, well, look, they just kill. So that's why Solomon's done was one never found. The myth of the killer ant is true. I can't believe it.
What is this? Planet of the Apes? Is that what we're watching? It's Congo? I've never seen the movie. We're just listening to the movie. Okay? We're just listening to the movie. Whoever's watching Congo, just to let you know, thank you so much for being on the show. We appreciate you. All right. It's not good? Okay. I've never seen it. I have no idea. People are just like, it's not a good movie. Sometimes your number doesn't work. My number works just fine. Okay? My number works just fine. That's why I've been talking to people the whole time. If my number didn't work, then how would I be talking to all of those people? All right? It doesn't work too well when you say it after I've already been talking to people. All right? All right, we got a couple people calling in right now. We're going to see what's going on with them, and we're going to try to keep this thing going. Really appreciate you guys. So some of you guys say it's funny, Congo, go watch it. And other people are like, it's not good, don't go watch it. So I don't know what to do here, okay? You guys are confusing me, all right? Someone's saying it's okay. It's the okayest movie that we've seen lately. It's just the okayest movie. That's fair. Someone says they are calling to confirm my appointment for my bachelor party. That's interesting. All right. Well, that's a whole bunch of stuff. We're going to bring him up in it. What's up, Ari? What's up? I was just about to bring somebody up. What's up?
Are you trying to tell me something?
No,
Do I need to know about this?
Someone just called and said I have to have an appointment for my bachelor party.
Wait, bachelor parties require appointments now?
Apparently, yeah.
I thought you just like scheduled them and maybe reserve a place, but that's not an appointment.
You don't have to reserve a strip club.
Oh, no, I'm saying like if you want a private venue, you have to reserve a place, but that doesn't require an appointment.
Menu's a strange word.
Can I know? I just want to know like when did we plan a date? I didn't even know that things happen like that.
Just saying menu at a strip club is a very strange.
Who said menu?
You did.
I didn't say menu.
Yes, you did.
No, I said venue.
Oh, it's not like you said menu.
Oh, no, I said venue. That's why I was confused.
I said strip club and you said, I thought you said reserve a menu. I was like, that's wild.
No, venue. You don't reserve
wild.
menus? You reserve a venue.
I mean, some do have menus, I've heard.
I wouldn't know. But anyway, I was just, I was
I've
just trying to
heard,
see,
I heard,
like,
I heard. What's
this
that
is
one in
news to me.
Atlanta? Apparently has like really good like hot wings. So I've heard.
I don't
Ryan
want to
said just
know these
crabs. God
things.
damn it.
Just,
Uh,
oh, I was just here
just
to ask
crabs
a
is wild.
question on if I needed to know something because I was curious on, like, oh, is this news? Am I supposed to be expecting something? Like, what's going on? Anyway,
Just to
you
let
can
you
drop
know,
it
I
down.
only said I knew which one it was in Atlanta. I've never been there, but I knew which one it was. I was just trying to see who in my chat would say it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I knew which one it was. Okay. I knew which one it was, but now I know who like the dirty people are in here. Okay. Now I know where the freaks are at.
Like you didn't before?
Don't like this one.
I knew it was Magic
Okay.
City, but I wanted to know where the freaks were at in here. All right. That's what I was looking for, all right? And I figured I found all y'all. All right. I found all of y'all. All right. So
Okay, bye.
Oya said, I'm a YN and I'm not ashamed because Magic City got the best wings. There you go. Stand on all 10 toes. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be about that life, just be about it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. I have heard those wings are really good. I actually have heard those wings are really good. I don't. Yeah, Ari started talking about menus at strip clubs. She was like, "This is not my scene anymore." Y'all, make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you like support the live, please super chats, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, at Polypolitics, one more money gun, all those things. Really appreciate you guys. Hello, how are you?
Why do you still support Biden or Kamala?
Why is your mom not on the phone?
What?
Go get your mom so I can come over and steal your Capri Suns.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
I don't know what you're talking about, Dad. I don't know what you're talking about. Dad is the correct thing. Okay. He didn't know what to fucking say. Yeah, no, I know. I fucking got him like I. He had nothing. He had nothing. He was so confused. Poor guy. Poor guy. Who are you? Let's see. Hello?
What's going on there today there, sir?
I don't know. Are you just finishing up your shift as a janitor?
We have a bet here that you think trans women are real women, eh? Boot me if you're a pedophile.
Are you Canadian? Are you a Canadian
you
janitor?
Trans women are real women? Or are you gonna boot
He's
from the? You're gonna
he's
boot
a
me?
Canadian janitor is calling on my live to
Dude doesn't know what a woman.
I don't even know what shouldn't you isn't like
What
shouldn't you
cope,
guys
dude?
be
Just
hey
find a
hey,
woman.
Hey,
Find a woman without including. Find a woman without including men.
Oh, I can find a woman
crash
easier.
out.
Sir, a woman is a thing
someone
that
who covers
you've
their
never
drink around
seen.
you. I get it. Someone who covers their drink around you.
A woman is something that you've never seen naked. Okay. A woman is something that you've never seen naked outside of maybe your mother or your sister. All right. Did your sister get stuck in the dryer? Did your sister get stuck in the dryer? There's nothing worse than Canadian bigots. You know what I'm saying? He got to the A really quick. He couldn't even help himself. He said, thanks for the clip. Dude, take the clip. All of these are recorded online. You can go find them later. No one will want you. You're not very important and no one likes you. Brian, thank you so much for the flow state. I appreciate that. Yeah, he said like, oh, I'm going to go like, I'm going to make it a clip. Like, dude, all of these things are public. You can do whatever you want with them. I don't care. Trust me, I've seen some of the stuff that you guys make out of it. You guys don't do a very good job. All right? You guys don't do a very good job. There have been people who have like made clips about me, like trying to make fun of me, and they'll have like 12 views. It's really fucking funny. I laugh at them, but I'm like one of 12 people that watched them. Anyways, y'all, I think I'm gonna get offline. No real callers right now, and I have been on for like 2.5 hours. So I'm gonna jump offline. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening and have Memorial Day. I will be back on tomorrow at some point. Deborah, thank you so much. I'll be back on tomorrow at some point. So, but I love you guys. Hope you guys have a good one. Okay. Bye.